It's like I just appeared out of nowhere. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and we are here for a live stream of Quake Champions. Now, the thing about Quake Champions is, apparently it went free to play, or at least you could play as Ranger for free, which I find quite amusing, to be perfectly honest. And that's all I'm going to stick with, just because I don't play this altogether that much. Let's see, I guess we'll just go to Team Deathmatch and search for a game and play a little bit of this. I don't really want to play this that long, simply because there's another game I want to live stream that I just installed a few days ago. And that is, of course, that Halo 1 remake, the SPv3 remake for Halo 1. At first, I thought it was just going to be, you know, more or less, kind of like Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, but it's actually considerably better than Combat Evolved Anniversary, which was very surprising to say the least. I was most pleased with it. I haven't been able to finish it, but I have played a bit of it. I played the first 2 levels, and absolute perfection. It makes Anniversary look, well, Anniversary look like a playground? Wait, that doesn't really apply. So, let's see here. We will play this for, I think we'll play like two team death matches of this, just because I was in the mood when I decided to do another stream of this, but now I'm not really in the mood to do it now. So we shall see. And sadly, nobody's chatting in the chat room. Oh well, I am adrift, but salvageable. Goddamn, this is taking forever. I found it funny. I was like, goddamn, this is taking forever, and then it loads in. Because, of course it does. You know, if you didn't know what Team Deathmatch was by now, like, how have you played any games? You know, it's like, Team Deathmatch, where wow, I'm getting all kinds of lag. I love it. I love it so much. It is so wonderful. And hello, Nick M. Let's hope it doesn't lag too much during the game proper. Oh, Quake Champions. You know, you can see so many hilarious YouTube videos of it. It's like, why I quit Quake Champions. It's like, I don't even care that much about these games. These vidget games. For me, though, you know, the best multiplayer experience will always be Halo 3. I still kind of miss that game. If only it had a PC version, but oh well, we can't have that, can we? Although I still have my Xbox 360 copy. It would be nice if there were pockets of human resistance, but, you know, there probably won't be. That would take time and effort. And, let's be reasonable, in this brave new world of ours, we can only have the main character and no one else. So that's probably going to have something to do with it, you know? It can only be Doom Guy. It cannot have, there cannot be any other characters. It would be nice to see it, and it'd be nice to see specifically some sort of character that he can play off of. I still think that Doom Guy needs more characterization. You know, I know it's supposed to be you, but it isn't me. AVP2, in terms of story, is better than AVP1. However, I have to say that AVP1's gameplay is a bit better. Like, AVP2, the gameplay isn't bad, but it is a lot slower and a little less dynamic. It's a lot chunkier in many instances. Which, it's not, once again, it's a different type of experience. I kind of like the faster, more fluid gameplay of the first one. So it's sort of, it's easy to like both, and I do. Oh, I'm getting lag on here. I can only assume the interwebs is not running as fast as it possibly could. Incidentally, whilst watching the old flicks of the net, I was getting a bit of lag off of that too, so it's not surprising I'm getting some lag off of this, and off of the game. And I got completely just disintegrated. But speaking of the old net of the flicks, a show I've been talking about a great deal recently is, of course, well, now I already forgot the name of it. Bates Motel. I've been watching that for the past couple weeks now. It's a show I never thought I'd like, because everybody knows who Norman Bates is, and I was like... First I sneezed, then I asked the question of, how exactly are you going to milk somebody going crazy for 5 seasons? turns out he's I say he's barely a part of the show, but he's not the main draw of the show. It's much more of a crime drama. I think I might have mentioned this in a... That's funny. I don't know if I mentioned this in a live stream or something else. It's hard to say. Doom 64's aesthetic. They'd be kind of cool, but I did not like that bloody elephant trunk plasma gun. I actually bought AVP1 first as well. And hello, Daniel Taylor. Afternoon. It's 8 o'clock at night, unless you're in some sort of dirty foreign location. Let's see here. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do Discord tonight. I didn't actually... Not feeling particularly energetic. I might do it for a minute. Just have to see. Just have to wait and see. Accordion rifle. It's the Weird Al blaster. If Weird Al had a gun, which, well, he might actually. You never know. That would be it. Speaking of new guns, there's a new Glock on the market. The Glock, like super compact, super conceal, something like that. Or like the Glock folds up. It actually looks kind of cool. But what's funny is there's now a minor controversy of where people are saying it's utterly useless, how terrible it is. All without actually having shot the gun, used the gun, or anything like that. Probably haven't even seen the gun. They just know it's got to be bad. 9:07. Damn. You're 1 hour ahead. I want to know why this thing is running so bad, but then again, I think it could be the server as well. At least I can blame it on lag and not on my PC, which makes me very happy, to say the least. And I am just... At least I got a kill in this match. At least it wasn't just like none. I'm still going to blame the chat just because, well, it's easy to blame it. I'll actually use my little magical power that I usually forget I even have. Yeah, let's see, I've got my fucking... Cut him up! Well, that escalated quickly. But yeah, the Glock Super Conceal. Looks like it might actually be a halfway decent design. I have seen those foldable guns before. And, you know, it's an interesting concept that may very well work. I actually think it's a cool idea, but I would never pay $2,000 for it because... comfortable carry is not a difficult thing to do, provided you have a proper holster and you wear proper clothes. And by that, I mean like clothes that aren't like super tight, like you're not trying to show off your musculature. If you do that, it's easy enough to conceal things. And, you know, it's so like, why would you need that? But then again, maybe you're in a position where you need something, I don't even know. It's one of those things, I don't think it's a terrible idea, I personally have no need for it. I think a lot of people personally don't have a need for certain things, but they have to disparage it just to disparage it. SPv3. I actually want to stream that tonight. I just installed it 2 days ago, and it's absolutely excellent. I thought it was going to be I thought it was not going to be as good as Halo Anniversary, which I thought was really good. I actually played that cooperatively legendary and found it to be most excellent indeed. But SPv3 is better in just about every way than Anniversary. Although Anniversary, I think, had a little higher graphical fidelity, but the levels are better, the weapons are better. It's just better in just about, like, as I said, every way. Yeah. Well, yeah, there is that. But I can't show off my awesome muscles that I've worked so hard on, where I can't eat delicious foods, and all I get is water and fruit. Water and fruit, that's it. Water, fruit, and lean meats. If you can't eat good food, you can at least show off what you worked for. But these days, though, I actually do wear different way less tight clothes, which are actually more comfortable, I will admit, and it actually makes me look even better. So, yeah, I guess I don't have anything to complain about this time. Hear about what the alien did. Well, of course, you know that's not really what happened. I have no idea if I'm not a part of the Quake Champions community, and I'm not seeing any chat messages pop up, so I have no clue. Nor do I care. Yeah, the thing about that scene in Alien, that's not really what's happening. She's not being raped by the alien tail. That's just a joke people like to say. The reality is, it's much more mundane. She's just being stung by the xenomorph, and that's it. That's all that's happening. And then she's being drug away to be turned into an egg. That's it. Which I guess is still bad, but it's not as bad as one might think. As with so many things, life is much more mundane than you might think. Quake Champions isn't bad. I'm enjoying it a bit. It's just like not being very good at multiplayer games and not playing multiplayer games like at all these days. It's just any amount of it being good is just kind of lost on me. It's like, yeah, it's okay, whatever, yeah. Well, that's what's supposed to be happening. Because why would the xenomorph want to rape anybody? It doesn't have the capacity for that. But whatever. Although I'm sure there's plenty of fan fiction you can find for that. And I'm sure you can find all sorts of fan imagery as well. Brink, I thought about playing it, but I never did. I was aware of it when it came out. It sounded like it might actually be pretty good, but yeah. It was one of those meh kind of things. I just didn't really care. It happens. That's the case with a lot of games like that. It's like, yeah, whatever. I don't do multiplayer. And I'm aware of the irony of me playing multiplayer right now, but it doesn't count. Simply because I will it so. I'm just gonna blame the lag. That's why I can't kill anything. What the hell is that? Did he just turn into a drone? Why can he turn into a drone? That's not fair. Yeah, we do need a single-player Quake game. Single-player is much more memorable in many instances than the multiplayer. That is for certain. Indeed. Alright, let's see here. Let's see, I think, like I said, I'll do this particular map here. Maybe one other, and then I'm just going to move on to SPv3. Well, okay, I'll do one other then. And then move on to that. Let's see. Who happens to be in the thing? Nobody there. And there's a couple in here. Alright. We will continue with Quake Champions. Now, I don't like doing just an open mic chat just because too many people show up. So, that's one of the things that happens these days is literally the last time I did an open mic chat, like 10 people showed up and it was an absolute madhouse. It was a madhouse. It positively drove me sane. So I don't really like to do that anymore. Now, I do intend to do a moderated open mic kind of thing in the next couple weeks. But just doing it randomly, it's very difficult. Because, like, when 10 people show up, everyone's talking over each other. And it's just, I don't like it. I don't like it. Makes me go crazy. So, yeah. Quick 4 left off. That would be nice. That would be nice if it did that. Adventures of Square. Doomwad. You know, it's funny you should mention Cthulhu. I just started reading a book that's supposed to take place in the Lovecraft universe. It's actually pretty good. I was very surprised at it, actually. But it literally takes place in, well, the Lovecraftian universe. So there's a few subtle differences between that world and ours. Portsmouth no longer exists. And instead, you've got Arkham. And Miskatonic University exists where whatever the local university is there doesn't exist. Which, now of course in that universe, since it's the Lovecraft universe, of course the National Socialists won World War II. But they didn't take over the world. Which is generally much more intelligent. The whole idea of the Nazis taking over the world is pretty bloody silly, simply because they do not have the numbers. That's the one problem with Wolfenstein. As I said in one of the other live streams, there's not enough fucking Germans for all those countries to be conquered. There isn't enough people. Necronomicon. I don't think I've seen that. Oh yes, and I do of course have my Army of Darkness poster that I picked up And it is a very awesome poster indeed. I'm actually thinking about changing out the Doom poster very soon. Just because I will admit the Doom poster is a bit generic. I'm really tempted to try to find a classic Doom poster to go with the Army of Darkness poster, since the Doom poster is kind of based on that, along with the Duke Nukem poster as well. Lovecraftian anime. I would like to see that. Another Evil Dead game. I hope it's not some point-and-click adventure kind of thing. I also hope it's not some bloody RTS or some cell phone game. It needs to be like those PS2 games. I think one of those games also ended up on PC. It needs to be, you know, a real game and not some pay-to-win piece of crap. You know, I still need to look at Akira. I just have never really had that much interest in it, outside of the memes. And instead of saying Canada, I always like to say Canada! Mobile gaming. Yeah. The only mobile game I wanted to play, and this was years ago, was Dead Space. There's a Dead Space game. I think the Dead Space game on Android is also called Dead Space, because that's not confusing. And it's supposed to be a third-person Dead Space game. And it didn't sound like it was that bad. I was a big fan of Dead Space before it died. And that's just EA Games for you. Because EA Games kills all that tries to be unique and pure. Dead Space 3, you know, I didn't think Dead Space 3 was that bad, to be honest. They shoehorned in co-op. Yeah, I didn't play a co-op, so it didn't matter, but I think the biggest downfall of Dead Space 3 was just the fact that, you know, it had that cover shooting mechanic, and it was much more of a third-person shooter than it needed to be, but it still was fun. I still enjoyed it. The story, I could take or leave. There was a lot of stuff in it that didn't make any sense. Why did Ellie have to become a bitch that literally could do nothing without the masculine character? That's a modern game, by the way. That's actually way less progressive than a game from the past. You know, realistically, a game from back in the day, like in the fucking 90s, would have had Ellie be the co-op partner. Why wasn't she anyway? I just realized I don't know why I didn't bring it up in the review. You know, instead of Carver, some no-name, why not have Ellie be the co-op partner? That would have made a lot more sense. But we can't have that, can we, EA? Just torch the franchise and run. But whatever. Fistful of Boomstick and Regeneration. I don't think I finished Regeneration, but I have played Fistful of Boomstick. I keep meaning to review both of those games, but I just never get a chance to. Other games come up that I want to talk about, and I don't get a chance to do it. I might have to take another look at the Dead Space series. Did I review Dead Space 2? I don't think I reviewed Dead Space 2, but Dead Space 2 was good, but it also suffered from a lot of stuff that didn't make any sense. The whole concept of the space oil didn't make any sense at all. Now, what's space oil? Well, apparently, somehow, humanity, by the 27th century, used up all the energy resources in the galaxy. Because, of course, it did, somehow. It never really explains how, but the markers, man, that'll give us the energy. It's like, you have suns. You know, you have that. Use it, maybe? Whatever. And then it's just, Earth is the center of everything. It's like, why does Earth even matter in the future? But whatever. Really, Dead Space is one of those franchises that I don't think they thought Dead Space 1 was going to do nearly as good as it did, and they struggled to figure out what made the rest of... figured out how to make the other two, and you can kind of tell that they didn't really have a clue what they were doing. And even then, Dead Space 1 had some story problems as well. Like the whole idea that the marker was man-made. It's like, why? Why not just have it be some weird alien thing? Why bother to explain it that way? I still like the franchise, but I'm still going to complain about it nonetheless. MU Paradise. There's a variety of other things. There's a variety of places. I never even used Emu Paradise, to be perfectly honest. I don't think I'd even heard of it, so it didn't really bother me much. I think Dead Space 1 could have been even better if there had been a few more rewrites of the story. It's just... And it's like, it didn't even need that many rewrites. It just... You needed to change just 1 or 2 words, and that was it. And you could have still kept the game more or less the same. Now, I did see a video recently on what happened to Star Trek. Star Trek, ladies and gentlemen. All it is massive, bloody bureaucracy. That's what ended up happening. It's like... And the reason why Star Trek Discovery was so bad? Because for some reason, one guy at... I think it was either Paramount or CBS... thought there was this untapped legion of fans who would like it. Let's put it this way. STD did so bad that Netflix does not wish to pay for a second season. I wonder why. I think that's probably the best thing you can say about Dead Space. It was okay. A lot of people really got into the game series. I did to a point, but I don't think it's like the greatest thing there ever was. It wasn't bad. It wasn't super amazing. It was simply okay. It was lukewarm. From what I saw in that particular video, Star Trek didn't so much as fall to the SJWs as the studio wanted to pander to them to try to get more money. Because that's what it all comes down to. Money. Dollars, dimes, nickels, all the rest. No one particularly cares about any real philosophy or anything like that, just as long as they get money. So yeah, which I guess is... Which, you know, it makes more sense than everybody there's an SJW, but whatever. Now, Star Wars, on the other hand, I'm not sure. Ah, the Heroes and Icons channel. I don't really watch TV, but I am aware of that channel. And I'm glad that channel exists, with Hercules and Xena. 2 classic shows, to say the least. Shows that actually have, you know, some humor about them. So many shows today just do not have any sort of a sense of humor. Although, not all. Hashtag not all. Altered Carbon had a pretty good sense of humor about it. Except for episode 4, which was complete crap. Either they gave the guy too much coke or not enough. What's kind of interesting about Altered Carbon and Bates Motel is just the fact that Asian Kovac showed up in Bates Motel as a minor character that showed up for like 5 seconds. I think I will actually give the books a try of Altered Carbon, just because I enjoyed the series so much, and I do have them. Just haven't gotten to them yet. But that's the thing about Netflix. It's such an insidious... Netflix is sort of like the Walmart of streaming services. It's like they have cornered the market on so many things, and yet it's so affordable to use them. Stranger Things was not a bad show, but I didn't think it was like the greatest show of the year all years. I thought it was simply okay. Shannara series. I do need to watch that. I've watched... Actually, no, I need to finish that. I did watch like the first half of the first season. I'm not surprised it got canceled, though. It was a very high-concept show that... I'm surprised MTV, of all people, did it. Which was weird. But whatever. MTV. I'm also aware that they tried to reboot Stargate, and that it wasn't very good. Space Nazis again. Space Nazis. Yeah, that's it. As far as I'm concerned, all the things that I liked at any time are now dead. It's just dead. It's gone. It's dead. It's all dead. Metro 2033. Yes, I have. There's actually a review of it up on the channel. Farscape. I watched it back when it was on TV, and I've since rewatched it. It is a very weird show. It is an odd fellow, but it can steam a good ham. It's an odd show, but it knows what it's doing most of the time. I found it to be pretty good. I liked it. I was actually going to bring up Lex. It's sort of in the same vein as Lex, but I like it more than Lex just because Lex was very, not to be offensive to any Europeans in the audience, very European, and I just did not appreciate the humor or stylings of it. I just couldn't really get into it. Although as I say that, I did watch it to the end, so there's that. But still, I didn't like it that much. but I guess I still liked it enough to finish it. Whatever. I never said I was consistent, I just said I was crazy. Wait. Lex just had a few moments in it that just kind of would just... Let's put it this way, it had a very weird humor to it. And the ending was very... Still though, would I recommend it? It's one of those shows that if you don't like it, which I guess I must have if I finished it, if you don't like it, you're not going to be able to finish it. It's just one of those things, like if it rubs you the right way, you'll probably watch it. If it doesn't rub you the right way, you're not going to want to sit through it. It's just one of those... You know, Dark. You know, I did actually watch the first 3 episodes. The problem with Dark is it's so boring! Nothing happened! Maybe that's a European thing again. But it's like, I'm watching it, it's like, the scary music comes on. Oh, what's gonna happen? The guy's answering his phone. Ah, not the phone! It's like, I thought it was gonna be great. Instead, it was just insufferably dull. Very, very dull indeed. Alright, now we are going to move on. I did 2 games of what's that? Halo Champions. Halo Champions! That's coming! Multiplayer only. Yeah, they always like to say that. And that's all. Don't they realize that that's not just a generic term? That's a very specific thing. Incidentally, I saw a rather interesting video talking about how National Socialism was actual socialism. That pissed off a few people. Just a few. It was actually quite amusing, to say the least. Alright, now I'm going to launch SPv3. We're moving on from Quake Champions. We're going to go and play us some Halo. Hey, that rhymes. Sort of. Okay, now I wonder if this will crash it when I try to bring it up. Game capture. Halo. Capture specific window. Halo CE. Alright, drag that down there. And theoretically, away we shall go. Theoretically. Theoretically. Ah, there we go. Halo. Aim acceleration FOV. You know, I've not played Halo 5. Because Halo 5, just, not to spoil, but turning Cortana into a villain is probably the worst idea in the long, sad history of bad ideas. It is a very good mod. I'm just going to skip through the story. And there's Master Chef, looking super sexy in that high-res Mjolnir armor. I remember when Halo Anniversary came out. Also, you gotta love how it just cuts the crap. You know, it's like, yeah, we do not have to go through this bloody thing. But, yeah, I mean, like, when Halo Anniversary came out, people were complaining about how they made the Chief look. Yeah, he gets blown up. It's like, I can play this part in my sleep. But Combat Evolved Anniversary did turn out to be pretty good. And this turned out absolutely excellently. At first, I was a bit, you know, I thought the graphics didn't look that good, but I'm impressed with what they did. I really, really am. Because this is still running on the old Halo engine. I actually missed this one. I never thought I'd see the things I have in life, from the beauty of seeing the stars for the first time to the first time I saw a planet burn to cinders. Well, that escalated quickly. Once the Covenant had their way with it. At least we didn't have to witness that fully happen to Reach. But now, here we are in unknown space, and we found this ring. Upon our departure from Reach, as per the Cole Protocol, I had Cortana Okay, wait a minute. Why did Captain Keyes just leave that there? The chances we found this ring through a random misplaced jump are astronomically unlikely. I believe Halo Reach actually explains how they found it. But she's the only half ever making it home, let alone survive. So for now, I will just have to trust your judgment. And if not hers, at least the Chief's. Well, I'm not really sure Master Chief really knows much about astrogation, because he's basically a Space Navy SEAL, but whatever. And I like how they added these sentry guns. That, you would think they would have that. But It had to be a modder to add it in. Also, the little bulletin board is here as well, but it's not quite as cool as the one in Combat Evolved Anniversary, simply because you can't read it. The bloom is not as good as it could be. Key's face sucks. You know what? Key's face... Key's... Blech. Also, the Pillar of Autumn. I love that right there. That is just awesome. But Keys's face does not look that bad here. In Combat Evolved Anniversary, Keys's face was actually pretty crap. That doesn't look that bad.
Things aren't going well. Cortana did her best, but we never really had a chance.
Yeah, you never had a chance. You don't keep it loaded. Yeah, we all know.
I don't keep it loaded.
Let's see. Jarek the Gaming Dragon. Yeah, I never heard of him. Top 10 anime deaths of all reach. Psh. I did not like Halo Legends. I did a review of that many, many years ago. Oh yeah, right here. Here's this dead guy. Okay? I don't think he was there in the original game. Because it always seemed kind of inexplicable that when you went out to fight these grunts, that you had ammo in the pistol. Maybe I just never noticed it before, but I could have swore there was never a dead guy there. The pistol in this mod does feel a little nerfed, and the MA5B is not here. This is not the MA5B. This is something else. It says only 32 rounds instead of 60. And the sound effect, I will admit, is not quite as good as the MA5B in Anniversary. I like the real throatiness of the MA5B in Anniversary. Whereas this just doesn't have it. You know what? Tactics. Come on, Cortana. I just want to charge in and run a gun. I gotta make sure I don't play the game and ignore the chat, because this is most excellent indeed. Now remember, this is all a modder, or a modding team that did this. They've been working on this thing for years. And they've done just an absolutely amazing job. That's a grenade. Like, get out of the way, idiots! If only they allowed you to control the bloody Marines. See what they got. They got Kafia. What the hell is coffee? Is that some sort of space meatloaf? You would hope that in the future Meatloaf would die an ignominious death. Learn to punch. Halo novel. He might have been. Smart Link? I do not know. Alright, well now there's a bunch of different weapons in this game, all from all the various Halo games, including the DMR, which I feel is a bit useless, just because it doesn't do that much damage. God damn it. Fucking elite. Ugh. That door looks like that's open. There's a lot of different areas in this particular level. No, it's not open. I thought it might be. Let's pick up one of the new weapons, shall we? The caseless submachine gun that showed up in Halo 2. That really isn't useful for much, since you can't really dual wield with the bloody thing. How could you not have played Halo before? Halo ads in Halo 5, why am I not surprised? But how can you not have played Halo? Now, Halo is not like the second coming of first-person shooters or anything like that, but it is an excellent game. It's actually the first-person shooter that I played after coming back to gaming after having taken a break for a little bit. Because, like, from 2001 to 2003, I did not play any games anymore for some reason. Yep, throw a grenade. But in 2003, I got an Xbox One, or an Xbox Classic, whichever way you want to call it. And by 2003, Halo 1, you could get, if you bought an Xbox and Halo 3, and Halo 2, I should, Halo 1! Wow, my brain is not functioning. I blame the elites. Fucking split chin bastards. But back in 2003, you could get Halo 1 and an Xbox for, if you got an Xbox, Halo 1 would be $20. If you bought Halo by itself, it'd be like 50, but still. And so Halo 1 was the first Xbox One game I ever played. Yeah, a third weapon slot would be nice, because there's so many great weapons. I think there's some cut Cortana lines in this as well. Or Now, it would totally make sense for, you know, Mjolnir to not have a flashlight and instead have, you know, night vision, but whatever. But I think there's either some cut Cortana lines or someone who sounds almost exactly like the Cortana voice actors, because there's some new Cortana lines in this. The voice acting they have added in this game is actually pretty good, as in, like, you know, I'd say, at the very least, professional quality. It's definitely above average for mod quality, that is definitely for sure. Now, I will say the game feels a little easy on Heroic compared to the later Halo games. Or maybe I'm just a better gamer. I don't know. Yeah, you would think that, yeah, the Spartans would be able to do that. Would be able to see in the dark almost. The Spartans are more or less proto-Space Marines. They're not as big as a Space Marine, but they definitely are approaching them in overall strength. Now there was... Oh, he's fucking stuck me. God damn it. There was a video I saw on Warhammer versus Master Chief. And one of the people... the person doing the video mentioned that Chief couldn't tank a... shotgun blast to the stomach, but a Marine could. Well, a Space Marine could tank a shotgun blast to the chest, but so too could Master Chief, because all of his bones have been strengthened. They may not have known that. Yeah, when I saw that new area, I was like, holy crap, this really is better than Anniversary. Oh, those Marines. If only you could direct them to not just literally kill themselves. Fucking elite. Now, the original instruction manual actually said that the elites are from like 8 to 10 feet tall. They certainly retconned that. But whatever. Plasmid. Yep, sort of a kamikaze attack with that on you. I always hate that those bloody things can stick to you, though. Most aggravating indeed. You know, I like how they go immediately for those worthless. Those guys really should be taking this chance to run away instead of just... Come on, save at least one! Aha! See, is there anything good to get? Ah! Battle rifle. Battle rifle.
Covenant, on the landing above us.
Now, on Legendary, this is extraordinarily difficult. When I did this co-op Legendary, I died so many times here, it's not even funny. I mean, it's a little funny. Oh yeah, we got Brutes! Brutes exist at this point. Puts that back to burst. Now, really, is he gonna tank all those shots? Now, of course, Brutes would not really become canon until Halo First Strike, and then, of course, they would be retconned into literally everything. I actually thought it was kind of cool that there was a new Covenant race that was introduced, but we can't have that, can we? How many shots is that guy gonna take? Yeah, there's actually a little bit of flavor text in the Halo 2 instruction manual to that effect. Company of Heroes is actually a lot better than I thought it would be. I played that just fairly recently. Still cannot get into God of War. Sword of Art Online. That is a game that will never die for whatever reason, that I never played or have any interest in playing. Honestly, when it comes to Halo, I think Halo First Strike would have made for a much, much better Halo 2 than the Halo 2 we got. The Halo 2 plot was okay, but not that amazing, but the Halo First Strike plot was absolutely epic. Like Master Chief actually got to meet up with Blue Team, and they got to fight. attacked a space station, the uneven elephant, and there was a really cool moment where Master Chief had to choose between loyalty to his friends and duty to his government, and you can probably guess which one he chose. Sadly, I always seem to say that a lot, sadly that ended up being retconned, and thus was, as we like to say, entirely pointless. First Strike is an absolutely amazing novel, and it's by Eric Nyland, the guy who did Halo Fall of Reach. Another absolutely excellent novel. One of the reasons why I haven't played Halo Reach yet, I do intend to play it at some point, is the fact that it diverged so much from Fall of Reach. To the point where I couldn't understand why they did it at all. Why not just make a direct game adaptation of the novel? It's not like the novel had a lot of boring moments. It was an action novel. I mean, it would work perfectly as a video game. Same way with First Strike. First Strike would have made a much better game than Halo 2. You could have, you could have played as Master Chief and Fred. Although Fred doesn't have a epic name like Master Chief, but whatever. Did he fucking stick me? Okay, good, he didn't. Because, like, who really wanted to play as the Arbiter? Who really thought that was a good idea? And he almost killed me. Is he dead? No, he's not. He's literally standing there for no good reason. Smack him! Smack him! Smack him! Smack him! Aha! Now I just need a med pack. Toxic community. Why am I not surprised? That's why I just turned the chat off. Ghost of Onyx, also pretty good. One thing about Ghost of Onyx, though, is the Spartan 3s, I don't know if I really like the idea of them. It's one of those things where it feels like they kind of pulled that out of their ass. Cortana, we're going to be on the Pillar Bottom for a long time. I'm telling you, because we ain't getting off here anytime soon.
Warning, blast doors closing. The Covenant are destroying the light bulbs.
Now, in the Halo The Flood, which was a novel adaptation of Combat Evolved, you can actually see the elites when they have that active camouflage on simply because they give off heat. So if you have an infrared goggles, you can see them, which I thought was a pretty cool idea. The Flood wasn't bad. It wasn't written by Nyland, but it wasn't as good as the Nyland books. I think it was written by a guy named William Dietz, who isn't a bad writer, but he didn't really get Halo that much. It was, of course, nowhere near as bad as his Mass Effect novel that I thankfully never read, just because I did not want to have Mass Effect be ruined for all time. Halo TV show? Didn't they already have that? Wasn't that... That was a web series, which I still need to see. I don't know, it might be good. Just have to see. Black Company series. I read the first one. It was okay, but it just wasn't really... It was a little too dark for my taste. Just a little. Because they had the raping and the killing and all the rest, which I just... Yeah. The way I see it, Warhammer Fantasy was capable of being dark without getting grim dark. Which is ironic, I know, but... Come on, smack him! Grenade him at least. Aha! He's still alive? I swear, some of these red guys have more fucking health than the average elite. I think you're thinking of Ringworld, but even then, it's tangential. It shares like a concept. Ringworld has a much larger ring than Halo does, and the plot's completely different. So it's like, it's the same shape, I guess, but everything else is different. Ringworld is substantially larger than Halo is, and also in the future.
Covenant movement outside the access ways.
You know, Cortana, nothing gets past you.
They're right on top of us. Let's find another way through.
That's got to be a cut Cortana line, or maybe one from one of the later games, because she definitely did not say that. Hey, I actually found a secret. whatever next. This is SPv3. Let's see. Some of them wear red shirts. Not all. Hashtag not all. That is a nice looking brute model. I mean, that is absolutely excellent work all around. Okay, why did some of these grunts just eat 3 battle rifle rounds like it was nothing? Come on, stick him. The gravity grenade is... I don't know if that's from one of the later games, maybe one of the ones I haven't played, but it's a really cool concept nonetheless. Jackals over here. Space pirates. Yeah, they were... I think the Cole Protocol has piratical jackals. I've not read the Cole Protocol in many years, though. Went back before Karen Travis ruined Halo forever by making Catherine Halsey a war criminal for some reason. I mean, seriously. Why would you do this? Catherine Halsey is the only reason humanity even exists after the Earth Covenant War. But whatever. We gotta do that because, social justice. Before the Halo novel series was completely ruined, I fucking pre-ordered those books. I like them so much. Okay, so it's something unique. I really do like the idea of the gravity grenade. It's really cool. Works quite well. Cut Halo 1 weapon, huh? I was unaware. Trying to do that on an Xbox would not be an easy prospect. And even then, Halo 1 kind of lagged out if you looked at a corpse for too long. I do remember that. Now, I killed him in just one headshot. Also, there's some kind of weird, like, brute green, you know, kind of weird grenade. I probably should use another new weapon. Well, looks like he got over being dead. Good work, sir. You're not going to do anything about, you know, the brute over there? You're not going to, like, run away or react at all? He just can't stop reading Gravity Terminal. He just thinks it's, like, the coolest thing ever. I guess he couldn't add, like, a brute spiker, but, yeah, whatever. I shall take the brute shot.
It looks like the Covenant wanted to catch you napping.
Now, I wonder if you can use the energy sword. I don't remember. Because I certainly haven't been able to use it yet. The fans always do it. Dark Matter Cube from... Oh, you know, I will give Turok Evolution another try. I downloaded it for PS2, and we'll see if it's any good. I think I'm going the wrong way. I think. Yeah, it looks like I've already been through here. Yeah, I'm actually just going to keep the pistol, just because a longer range weapon is a much more useful weapon. At least... Okay, we gotta sneak up on this guy. He does not have peripheral vision at all. But he does have an energy shield that seems to be, like, way better than Halo shit. Eat my useless grenade. Just imagine if I was doing this on Legendary. At least I got him. PC version? I was unaware of that. I'm not surprised that Master Chief...
Is what I'm doing right now helping Cortana from blowing into tiny, tiny bits?
You know, Cortana, seriously, you're gonna... Yes, I was just standing there. You were getting shot. That's got to be another cut Cortana line. It's not a bad one. I don't know why they cut that. Yeah, maybe from memory. Hey, yeah, that reloading animation does look pretty good. Now, what I think might end up happening in a Halo movie is Master Chief doesn't even show up. Or he shows up at the very end. I could kind of live with that, but it'd be nice if we had just a one-to-one film adaptation of Halo 1. Because Halo 1 is a great story and can be nice and concisely told. FOV doesn't look that bad. Although I can adjust it, but I don't really want to. And I will shot the Marines. You know, Marines, just run away. Just run away. And I'm being shot by grunts. There's a part in First Strike where Chief is being attacked by some grunts. He's like, I do not want to be finished off by a gaggle of grunts. Because, like, you know, Master Chief might be fairly unemotional, but even he doesn't want to be killed by a bunch of goddamn worthless cretins. Aha! Saved him from being killed. See, can you actually? No, you can. Well, that guy didn't last long. Now, sometimes the AI is a bit buggy in this mod, like that guy throwing a grenade at himself. I have not played any of Sin, like, at all. And yes, that pistol is nothing short of excellent. In fact, funny you should mention that.
The damage to the superstructure is extensive. I don't know how much more abuse the Autumn can take.
Oh, the Pillar of Autumn can take a lot of abuse. It's got that honeycomb superstructure. Cortana, did you not read Fall of Reach? I know I did. Gotta love that Keys loop. 1 destroyer. Took out 3 Covenant battleship. No, it was cruisers, that's what it was. 1 ship, 3 1 destroyer, 3 cruisers. And here, of course, is the new part of the level. Now, why they couldn't do this like in the Xbox 360 anniversary? The melee is a little buggy. It doesn't really have much weight when you hit with it, but whatever. Honeycomb structures. Well, they like the cereal. ODSTs do show up later in the mod. They do show up. Some do show up in the Truth and Reconciliation part, which is actually where I'm at right now in my own personal playthrough of this. And that M60 pistol. I actually have a Master Chef model. I like how the pistol does way more damage than the battle rifle, of course. Because why would it not? I actually have a model of Master Chief with the M60 pistol. Although, I wanted the MA5B, but I never could get that, so... Oh well. It's like, they spent years on this, and have created, literally, a mod for the ages. Okay, this thing's not that accurate, so I'm actually gonna go and just use the battle rifle. Let's see, I think I will do this mod here, and then, well, you do this level, I should say, and maybe one more, and then call it a day. Already been going about an hour. Always running out of grenades. This version probably does have that, although I could be wrong. I know people complain about the library. I'm not entirely sure why. I mean, yeah, it is a little dull, but it's not that bad. It's not that good either. It's not as good as the outdoor levels, but the same could be said of all the indoor levels in this game. I don't think I actually died that much more in the library than anything else. Yeah, in a little bit. I think after I finish this level, the problem with doing the voice chat and reading the chat at the same time is it takes a lot of concentration. And this mod is, of course, SPv3. Actually, I'm going to change that whilst I'm thinking about it. Allow me to do so. Alright, let's just go in here. I will actually change the name of the stream whilst I'm streaming. Halo horror game. You know, it could be said that the flood levels are sort of a horror styled kind of thing. So it's like you kind of get Halo kind of becomes a horror game when you do that. SPv3. Now, when I first played Halo, I actually had a hope. I don't know why I had this hope, but I'd hoped that during that flood level, that the xenomorphs would show up. Because it felt like something like that was going to happen, but yeah, it didn't. At all. But you know what? It certainly felt like that might happen. And hello, Redneck Gamer. Alright. Let's see, where the hell am I? I do want to remind everyone, this is still running the Halo 1 engine. You have to have Halo Custom Edition to get this mod to work. And this is, you know, like modern day graphics almost. Like almost. This is one of those really cool things they do. The gravity is actually offline now. Even though technically that doesn't make any sense. In the Halo games, gravity just works like there's some sort of gravity plating, when in reality, the gravity in Halo is supposed to be by centrifugal? Is that how you pronounce that? Centrifugal force. Let's just say that. It's supposed to be from centrifugal force with rotating sections. In fact, in Fall of Reach, there's a special kind of walk that people do when they've been in space for too long, called the spacewalk. But you know what? That would make for a much more boring game if you had to worry about that. There's a review of Resident Evil Outbreak on the channel. It's actually pretty good. And, well, wait, was it Doom 1 or Doom 2016? And nope, this is Halo 1. It is Halo Combat Refined, as Wizard of Oz likes to say. And this is just level 1. Just wait till we get down to, I'd love to do Silent Cartographer, but I want to play this mod in order. So, we're only going to get to do the second level, which I forget the name of at the moment. I think the second level is just Halo. The second level is just Halo. Or it could be something like that. Let me recall. Now, when the brutes are first introduced in First Strike, holy crap! I'm so dead. No, I'm not. That barely took my shields down. It was certainly more impressive than it was dangerous. When the brutes are first introduced, they actually have them... I think they're actually a bit overpowered when they're first introduced, because literally one brute shot goes straight through a Spartan's shields and armor, and just straight up kills said Spartan. Which they never really do again, but it was still cool when they did it. Let's see, can we get the brute plasma rifle? There's a brute plasma pistol, but it's not very good. The brute weaponry really isn't that good. Thankfully, the human weaponry is just as awesome as it should be. Bullets, man! You can't go wrong with a good old-fashioned 50 AE. I still kind of like the pistol sound in Anniversary, just a little bit more. It just feels a little crunchier. Just a little. 40k, yeah, there's actually some reviews on the channel of some 40k properties. Specifically Fire Warrior, Space Marine, and that Domnatus movie. And I have... Holy crap, no! Still didn't do that much damage! And I've talked about the books on occasion. I think I've reviewed Eisenhorn, the first novel in that series. So yeah, big fan of 40k. The modern day 40k stuff, I've definitely seen some, shall we say, mixed responses to that. I'm not just talking about that Warhammer heretical crap, where like one of the kids is friends with a Xenos. Yeah, that I do not support heresy in any of its forms. But I will say that Gulliman coming back, I kind of like that. I kind of like it. Because I kind of liked Gulliman to begin with, although I actually would have preferred Rogel Dorn. But I've not played the original tabletop game. Turok figurines, Sadly not. I didn't even know they existed until literally just now. I do have a couple of the Turok novels, though, that weren't too bad. They were junior novelizations, so they were pretty simple, but they weren't that bad. It's one of those things I discovered randomly at a half-price bookstore once. I do not remember seeing any Turok 2 toys. I do remember seeing some of the Quake toys, but... Oh, fuck, he stuck me. Fucking asshole. Let's see, where was I? Yeah, the Quake toys, but I never got any. I do have a Duke Nukem action figure from back when Duke first came out. Although he's missing a hand. He, tried to duel the Kingslayer, but did not succeed. I can't believe I just made a Game of Thrones reference. God, I hate that show. Well, no, it's not a bad show. I just hate what it's done to fantasy. Now, you know, everything fantasy-related has to be super dark, man. I have no grenade. I do have one. Just look at all that incoming fire. I love it. It's got really good enemy density. Actually feels like it's a bloody challenge without it being annoying. Come on. Aliens toy line? Yep, I actually have that. I think I have like all of the Aliens toys from that toy line. I don't think I have the Irish guy. Yeah, I don't have the Irish guy, but I do have Hicks. I think I have Apone. I think I do. I know I have Hudson. I have quite a few from the Kenner toy line. I do know that, including the Power Loader and the Evac Fighter. I don't have the Queen, and I don't have the little combat buggy, but I do have the vast majority of that timeline, though. Not timeline. I have the vast majority of the timeline. I have the vast majority of that toy line. There we go. Warhammer Total War. I never really got into the Total War series. I have Total War Rome, but that's about it. I just never really liked it that much. Brute Sniper. He's one of the more patient brutes.
Gravity unstable.
Of course gravity's unstable. Why would it not be? That's the one smart grunt out of the lot. It's actually, I believe it was Contact Harvest. Because yes, I'm a fucking Halo nerd, why would I not be? Nerds or geeks? I don't know. Just whichever one makes you feel good. Whichever one doesn't seem insulting. But in Contact Harvest, there's a grunt that's friends with an engineer, a Hergok. And the engineer actually saves him. It's pretty good. Contact used to be, before Karen Travis got her mitts on the series, the Halo novels were really quite good. And I don't dislike Karen Travis. I liked her Star Wars work. But her Halo work was just had so much Halsey bashing in it. It's not even funny. You know, I do have one of those. I have one of those McDonald's movies. I think it's like the first one. It's like, yeah, Ronald McDonald goes on some kind of adventure with the rest of the McDonald's creatures. I don't remember it being that bad. I don't remember anything about it. I think, like, the one that I have, they, like, go into a haunted house with, like, robot knights or something. I've been meaning to do a video on that for years. I just never really got around to getting the motivation to do it. And I think, like, Ronald McDonald also had, like, a talking dog or something. Because, of course, he would have a talking dog, right along with the talking bird and whatever the fuck that purple thing is supposed to be. I think this is directly from the novel. Fall of Reach. Brought to Reach, yeah, Catherine. And their own children. Yet she could not raise Miranda with me, her own real... See, that is such a spoiler right there. You know? It's like... It's kind of funny. A lot of people wouldn't know that Miranda Keyes is the daughter of Captain Keyes and Catherine Halsey. I forget where that's actually made canon, but here it just straight up tells you, which is a massive spoiler, but, well, if you just want to tell them to shut up and tell you, there you go. I think that was like a fan theory for a while, and then it became full canon. But seriously, though, they always have to bash fucking Halsey now, and I liked Halsey. I was a big fan of Halsey. And remember, she saved humanity! Holy crap! Wait, she saved humanity. You know, it's kind of like saying that, you know, Robert Oppenheimer is a terrible guy for inventing the atomic bomb. But whatever. No, not only that. People still say that. You can say that. But it's like the U.S. government trying to arrest Robert Oppenheimer after inventing the atomic bomb. That's really what one would say. Which would make absolutely no sense. But whatever. I do not expect too much consistency from Hollywood these days. Because, of course, the McDonald's people would have a talking dog. I mean, why wouldn't they? It makes perfect sense to me. Now that would be cool to see. An SPv3 for Halo 2 and add in, you know, everything. Halo 2. That was a really depressing and disappointing game. Burger King. Yep, I got the one with Sneak King. I actually like the Sneak King game. This one. I have did one episode on Star Trek Discovery. No one watched it, so I didn't do a series on Star Trek Discovery. So it's like, no one watches it, and it takes a lot of time and effort, so it's like, what's the point? Really, you know, the ending for Halo 2, I get that they were pressed for time, but the non-ending really was disappointing. It's like, sir, I'm gonna finish this fight. And then fade to black. Why? Cut one of the fucking Arbiter levels that no one liked and have it be where you fight something at the end of the game. And he fucking threw a grenade as he died. And what? Another one? Bullshit. Moving right along. You know, this didn't happen when I played this by myself. I'm blaming the chat. It's got to be you guys' fault somehow. Fucking brutes. Almost got blown up. Shit. I like how he just runs and just fucking cold clocks me there. It bashes me over the head. I would if people would watch it. You know, Star Trek Discovery, I got a lot to say about that. You know, like how every time that show starts to get good, it gets bad. Like how, you know, okay, you know what the stupidest thing to me was? The dumbest thing? I know everyone likes to harp on the space sonar that doesn't make any sense. To me, that's like, okay, you know, Star Trek has had bad science before, but what really made me mad was the space whale that shows up. In what I consider the worst episode of Star Trek in general, space whale shows up. Instead of saying, oh yeah, they're being hunted to extinction. Nope. What's happening? Well, the space whale is literally too stupid to mate. It's too busy eating space goo to mate, and that's why it's going extinct. Is that not the stupidest thing you've ever heard? In that same episode, they ruin Harry Mudd, turning him into a psychopath. How did they do that? Well, he's got a time machine, because of course, Harry Mudd has a time machine for some reason. He uses this time machine to try to take over the Discovery and give it to the Klingons, because of course he does. And in so doing, he kills 4 people 57 times, because he does a time loop. That equates to over 200 people killed! Just because it's the same person over and over again doesn't make it... And it's like, okay, he's literally a mass murderer. But the end of the episode is like, well, all's well that ends well, because everyone's still alive at the end of the episode. And he just has to live with his wife, who apparently is kind of a bitch. It's like, oh, that's the ultimate, you know, punishment. Oh, that's terrible. He gets to live with a kind of bitchy wife, rich, and after killing 200 odd people. Truly, that is a fate worse than death. And I'm thinking, like, who wrote this shit? I don't know why the AI is suddenly acting more intelligent when I'm trying to stream. The Orville. That is the one saving grace for science fiction these days. The Orville is quite excellent. The Orville's more Star Trek than not. And it actually makes a lot more sense pretty much all the time compared to Discovery. I am not looking forward to Season 2 of Discovery. I will watch it.
Don't waste your pity on them. I don't think they like you much anyway.
I wasn't going to waste my pity on them, Cortana, but okay. I didn't know you felt that way, Cortana, but... here, of course, is the DMR from Halo Reach. It just doesn't seem to do that much damage to make it really worth it, but I'll at least show it off. The big problem is these guys move around a lot, and you have to have a lot of follow-up shots to get through those shields. And this doesn't seem like it is worth it. At least not to me. Yeah, sci-fi. Yeah, Outer Limits was good. I don't. No, those weren't Spartans. Those were just dead grunts. No, actually, these were dead Marines. Dead Space Marines. Oh crap! No! Well, I was trying to give him a proper burial. I swear that one red armored elite has more health than any other elite on this level. I swear he does. When I tried to kill him the first time, I spent like 5 minutes trying to kill that bastard. Let's hope it doesn't take quite that long this time. I eventually was able to kill him by throwing a grenade on him, and I do not think I'll be able to do that again. Star Wars. You know, I have not seen The Last Jedi. I'm tempted to do a video with that. I'm just not sure if anybody would watch it or not. Because if I'm going to have to sit through The Last Jedi, I might as well get some, like, ad revenue for that. At least get some payment out of subjecting myself to that. Now, I do have a friend who did sit through it, and he said it was simply okay. So maybe he has a higher threshold for pain than I do, but I don't know. Seeing Luke drink the boob milk, that's going to be very painful because Luke is awesome, but whatever. Whatever. I think that... Force projection actually showed up in the comics. It was actually from the comics. It's not so much force powers that come out of nowhere, because in the novels and comics that happened. That's not the big deal. It's just... It's just... And I'm gonna get shot so much it's not even funny! You know, crap. There's just 2 elites left. And the gravity's down. This is where I gotta get real. It's not so much that... Fucking... There's gotta be some cloaked elite somewhere in here. They were literally shooting each other. Bit of a rivalry, if I should say so. I am being completely melted. If only I had a hack trigger. Oh, it's just gonna come. It's gonna be close. Grab some grenades. Run! Ah, damn it! Fuck. If people was able to, if people knew more about the EU, they might like it a little more. Cal Katarn could definitely carry a movie. And you know, people would treat it like it was like this latest and greatest new thing that no one had ever seen before. Let's fall. Get down there. I think I actually killed that idiot with a grenade. I think. For I do not know. No, he's still alive. I think I killed the blue armored one though. He didn't even come close. Dream Keepers. really, you know what shouldn't have happened? Last Jedi in general. Just recast Star Wars actors with some newer, younger people, like they did with the TOS crew. And say what you will about the writing of the Kelvinverse, at the very least, the new original cast looked like their namesakes. And I got blown up like a fucking Gravity Falls. I don't think I ever really paid much attention to that. Yeah, he kind of is like that, but not really. The thing about Finn is I didn't know what he was supposed to be until fairly recently. He's basically a janissary, and the Empire doesn't do that. Because, like, the implication you get from Finn is that, like, he was raised as nothing but, like, he was raised as, well, a janissary. He knows nothing but war. That doesn't make any sense at all. And just is a complete break with canon. And I'm not really sure why they thought it was a good idea to do that. It also kind of ruins his character. If he was just born into the Imperial Army, then it's like, that's great and all, but it would have made a lot better if he was a recruit, somebody who actually wanted to be a part of the Imperium of his own choice, instead of not having a choice. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. God damn it, what's attacking me? Fucking brute! Star Wars anime, Star Wars Resistance. I have not heard of that at all. Kyle Katarn anime. That would be something. Sadly, Kyle Katarn doesn't get much love. Not much love at all. In most of the EU, he's just simply not there. And the worst part is, after we get through this area, there is yet another difficult area. Because you had to kill these two elites. I swear these guys have more health than normal. The hunters are going to break through one of the walls. And that's not going to be an easy thing. Yeah, there they come. I see them. Yeah, Dashrindo doesn't show up in anything. Tenebrae, the immortal emperor from Star Wars. You know, that was during the tour years, and I didn't really care that much about it. I don't play video games as much as I used to, but, you know, it's thanks to mods that I keep up with it as much as I do. It's because there's not that many good modern games. It's all so over-commercialized to the point where it's all just gray mush. Not everything is. Prey 2017 is still good. I'm actually going to go ahead and try to... Yep, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Alien RTS. Oh yeah, Dash Rendore's there for like a second in episode 4. Blink and you miss it. And then in the EU, he's just barely... He's not... I think he showed up in like 1 or 2 follow-up comics to Shadows of the Empire. Kyle Katarn, I think, showed up in a short comic. And they mentioned him by name. They mentioned the name Kyle Katarn in one of the latter-day New Jedi Order novels, saying, "I don't know where he is. He's off God knows where, doing God knows what." That, of course, is a reference to one of the Mass Effect novels, set between Mass Effect 2 and 3. It's, where Anderson's like, "Oh yeah, Shep, we don't know where he's at. Because if we did, then we wouldn't... We might spoil Mass Effect 3, which... It depends on the Predator." And there's the, another one of those data pads. Depends on the Predator, depends on the Force user. And then Stormtroops. Come on, come on. I think I got his shields down. How many shots is he gonna take? Yeah, there's one guy left. One. After the next film, just leave Terminator alone. Yeah, I can agree with that. Or just end it! Skynet's defeated. The end. I really enjoyed the Sarah Connor Chronicles. And you know, that ending, the Season 2 ending, and it'll never be followed up upon. You know, it's kind of good because it's like, it implies that, you know, that's how John Connor became John Connor. And it's fine, but I still would like to have actually seen a definitive ending to that, but whatever. The Reaper speech. You're a machine, and machines can be broken. God damn. Now see, this is one of the aspects of gaming that I've always enjoyed. That one moment against that one enemy. That is the essence of true gaming. He might have just a little more health, or I might just not be playing that well. But whatever the case may be, this is something that I remembered the first time, and it's happening yet again. That's the problem with Grey Mush, that's overly... Throw the grenade! And I fucking missed. I hate those bloody elite energy shields. So why? What can I do? I'm gonna take it, because I'm gonna miss so bad, it's not even funny. It's just pathetic. Well, I get health. If only I had a quick save, but that ain't gonna happen. Peter Weller, we'll just have to wait and see. Did I get him? Aha, I think I did. Stop getting cover, you're not supposed to be that smart. Shields are back. It's one elite! But he does make for a good mini-boss, though, that is for sure. Okay, let me grab another one of these. What's he doing? Watching elite porn? Finally!
Inside, the Covenant must have brought something with them.
The old classic teabag. This is heroic. Oh god, this is not going to end well. Because we know who just broke in. That is, of course, the hunters. And their AI's broken! Oh, I was so lucky there, it's not even funny. I was literally blessed by God himself. God himself literally took pity on me so that I did not have to have a hard boss fight against the hunters. That elite took, what, how long did that guy take? 10 minutes? The hunters threw true grenades, one. Just one. Send Gilly honor. Allow him to take cover for that long? You know, it depends on the person. Or depends on the elite. You know, some are more honorable than others.
That can't be all of them.
Best game speech. Remember? You know, I really have to think about it. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Mass Effect is something that wants to come to mind. But I can't really think of one at the moment. I really can't. There is, of course, that Modern Warfare 2 speech from Captain Price, but the only reason I remember that one is because I used it in a video, so that's something I have to think about. I cannot think of one off the top of my head at the moment. Although it's likely to... I'm just going to blame that on streaming. And yeah, this is a fairly long level, but I don't mind. I like it. Because it's a fun level, and it definitely takes you through the Pillar of Autumn more than the original did. Just wait till we get to the next one. It's even longer. Oh, dear. Grenade. Now, if only I could get in one of the warthogs, but alas, that is not to be. Yet. They lack lips and a larynx, so they really couldn't do that. The closest thing you could get... Okay, that was hilarious. The closest thing you could get is a xenomorph that think like a human. And there's one of those in the Alien Resurrection novel. Which was actually not bad. Written by A.C. Crispin, the same writer who did the Young Han Solo trilogy as well. Which was vastly superior to Solo in all ways. Even included a giant talking cat that was basically a proto-Chewbacca. Because yes, there was a giant talking cat in the Young Han Solo trilogy. You know, I suppose I should watch Solo at some point, but from what I've heard of the story, it's not particularly good. It's like, it's not anywhere near what the Young Han Solo trilogy did, so, yeah, I don't know. I may need to see it one day just to mock it. The whole idea of the pansexual Lando annoys me. Like the dildo robot. Like, what's the point of that? What, I ask ye, is the point of that? I mean, and you know what the sad part, the really sad part is? In the Lando trilogy, which I've read, and is actually pretty good, if a bit weird at times, Lando actually has a robot buddy named Buffy-Ra. But he's actually more of like a, well, for want of a better word, hentai robot, because he has multiple tentacle arms. Oh dear. It's like, that's sort of like a bastardization of that. Giant otter. The movie doesn't suck that much to me, but the novel is better. Speak backwards. What do I look like, a record player? Or a follower of Satan? Only worship Satan on certain days of the week. Let's see, if someone didn't actually see... Now, if someone didn't actually see the, crap... Come on, Marine, would you not get in my cover? You're in my... I would say you're in my way, sir, but that'd be depressing. Come on. This is a really excellent level. And this is why I liked gaming in the first place. Oh god, not more hunters. Now, I'm pretty sure you could fight them, or you could just, you know, run in here and grab yet another overshield. Grab it up. Damn, can't top it up. Oh well. Fucking grunt. Okay, now, do I want to try to fight them? I don't think I had to. Holy crap, no! That hurt. Just shoot him in the back! I knew I was dead the second they started charging me. I knew I was dead. Alright, so I am screwed because I do not have any more battle. Well, I've got like 4 rounds of the battle rifle. Yeah, because that's going to really be useful. It's actually a fairly decently written Halo fanfic that basically takes the Spartans. I don't know what killed me there. I got shot and blown up all at the same time. Yeah, the Silmarillion would get a bit old after a while. Dean Koontz. I have not read a Koontz book in many, many, many years. The last thing of his I read was that Frankenstein trilogy that took forever to be bloody well finished. And the one thing I found annoying about that particular... They blew each other up! Ha! Bunch of, well, brutes. I still need to read, one day, the Lord of the Rings novels in their entirety. I've tried to read the first one, just couldn't finish it. You know, if you fell back, dude, you would actually live, but you're not going to do that. Your reload animation's pretty good. That's a lot of explosions. Okay, and... Oh, I thought I could kill him in just one hit. Yeah, well. How not to summon a demon. Hentai. Oh dear. Alright, we want to charge through and just shoot him in the back. Aha! Your comedy woe leaves something to be desired. Where did that grenade come from? Can like the hunter throw a grenade? Well, it doesn't matter, I shot him in the neck and he died. And now his gravity gun is literally going insane. Actually, wait a minute. Can I pick that up? Oh, I can pick that up! Aw, shit. Fuel rod cannon. Aw, that's just awesome. The overshield is also awesome as well. Okay, now let's hope that I can get past this area because... Okay, here it is. I think I did that the last time. I think. Therefore, I am uncertain. Welcome to Fuel Rod... It's a good thing I didn't fire that off, because I would have totally blown myself up. Okay, well that did go off. Fuel Rod Cannon! Fuel Rod Cannon! That's useless! Because of course it is. If it didn't have that charge up time, I think it might be more useful than not. But that charge up time, yeah. Fuel Rod Cannon! Did he stick me? No, he didn't. But I think... Fuel Rod Cannon! Well, that is utterly useless. It's a cool concept. It's awesome, but sadly, it is impractical. Yep. Okay, how did he know I was there? I was just gonna sneak up on him. Holy crap, that's a gold armor. I have to actually fall back and get an actual real weapon. This thing is useless! Well, maybe not that useless. That was the gold armor, but sadly, he did not leave me an energy sword. Sad face, indeed. Okay, let's see. Somebody just got blown up. Give me your plasma pistol, grunt. That's all I have to do for now, since I'm out of pistol. And charge. Plasma pistol's not a bad weapon. It's not a particularly good weapon, but it's not that bad. It could be worse. Mass Effect Andromeda, you mean? I don't know if I want to subject myself to the video game equivalent of STD. Already sat through STD. I don't know if I want to play a game that might as well be that. See, yet another thing I loved, utterly destroyed. I liked Mass Effect before it was cool. Aha! Come on! If only I had a second weapon, but alas. Actually, I think if I... You...
One last life. Get aboard before launch.
C is offline.
Now would be a very good time to leave.
Yeah, I didn't have that weapon.
Punch it.
Ah, sir. We're disengaged, going for minimum safe distance.
We're gonna make it, aren't we, sir? I don't want to die out here.
Well, I'm afraid that's just gonna have to happen. Because a grand total of 3 people survived the entire mission, so yeah. Now that just looks fucking sick. It's easy to see why Halo got as popular as it did.
Thing, Lieutenant.
Hell if I know. We're landing on it.
I knew it. The Autumn's accelerating, Keys is going in manual.
Once again, that's fucking sick.
Heads up, everyone. This is it. We're entering the ring's atmosphere in 5.
Sure you wouldn't rather take a seat?
We'll be fine.
I'm losing her.
Yeah, you will be. The people in the
I still
compartment
have
won't
fingers
be.
crossed.
That's
Chief?
Halo.
Chief, can you hear me? At last. Are you alright? Can you move?
Now, here's where Master Chief is kind of an asshole. Now, in the mod,
We could use your help, sir.
those guys are alive. In the original, they're not. The implication here is he bounced around the cabin and literally killed everyone with his body weight. That's the implication there.
The impact. There's nothing we can do.
So, yeah, Master Chief, maybe you should have sat your fat ass down, and then they wouldn't be dead. Actually, since it's daylight, I will grab that. Let's see here. Where is my pistol? There it is. Okay, we will actually bring in the panel to do some chatting as well, since I'm entering our 1 minute 35, or 1 hour 35 pinball machine. And
This is what I'm talking about, dude.
yep, that's exactly what we're talking about.
Oh, he's here. Oh, okay. Is the stream still going?
Yes, it is. So don't say anything too offensive.
Yeah, but also John looking at the...
Warning.
Emperor
I've
Palpatine
detected
did nothing
multiple
wrong.
Covenant dropships.
Oh,
on
no.
approach.
What's funny is people will say that just because people are psychotic today. They seem to forget the human slavery and widespread
Alert,
murder of
Covenant
dissenters.
dropship inbound. They must
So,
be looking
yeah.
for survivors. I
Yeah,
recommend
that's
immediate
obviously
evasion.
a bad thing.
Now, disable
It's-
Playing Doom right now.
Throw off Covenant
Which
troops.
one?
Other
There's only
vipers
been
probably made it down
5.
The one that's running at 200 frames per second.
Doom 2016. Those goddamn arenas.
I'm actually at the last arena, right before the Spider Mastermind.
Peter Moose to
I find it funny that they made that into sort of a chaos kind of thing, because that's what happens in 40K all the time.
But
Well, they'll try to give up their soul for, like, that is a lot of fucking bloom. Do not look directly at the sun, otherwise your eyes will be bloomed. I like how the other Banshee just flies away. It's like, I'm not messing with that. Also, Spectre dropship. I think it's a Spectre, I can't remember.
are you still on the pillar bottom?
No, I'm
No,
down.
he's on Halo.
I'm actually on the Halo ring itself. Postal 2. Postal 2. Reading George Carlin quotes. 5 Nights at Freddy's?
Ew.
I was into that game for a while when it came out.
Mega ew.
I beat all 4 games, got to night 6. Beat all of the night 6s, but then I just lost interest in it.
Now I feel very disappointed.
Well, I guess the game looked interesting when it first came out, but then the sheer psychotic insanity that built up over it.
Oh yeah, you mean Matt, Fat, Pat, Latch, Smack, Dad.
Matt Pat Game Theory.
I
Yeah,
have no idea who that is, nor do I want to know, but...
you don't want to know.
Papers, Please? Oh, I played that. There was actually going to be a Let's Play of that, but I ended up having to cancel it due to lack of time.
Come here, Hell Knight, or not Hell Knight, Baron of Hell. I'm chopping your head off.
Yeah, Papers, Please was actually really good. I was surprised that I would like it, but it did work.
Papers, Please. That sounds like,
J.J. Abrams. Papers, Please is exactly what it sounds like. It's a game where you check people's papers.
that's it?
Well,
Like a
it's
border.
it's a little more to it than that, but that's effectively what it is.
It's like, alright.
do you want the
let me see your
DMR?
papers.
And you gotta
Alright,
make sure
see
it's
your
all
papers.
100% correct, you know, and if it's not, you'll get... And you gotta make sure your kids don't die of dysentery and things of that nature.
It's like Oregon Trail, except you're standing in one place.
That escalated quickly.
More or less. I enjoyed Papers, Please, but sadly I've not had a chance to do the Let's Play of it. Papers. For the glory of Ostrotska.
PC Master Race.
Episodes of Death Note. You know, I still need to sit through that Death Note Netflix movie. Apparently, it's not that bad.
I heard it was pretty cringy.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine watch it, and he said it was okay. Who'd never even heard of Death Note before, and I thought it was an adequate film.
I was already here.
I guess if you read the...
No, it wasn't.
Oh man, I could totally piss off some weebs if I wanted to. If you read the comic books...
Oh, you went there. Oh my lord.
If you
So
read,
many unsubscriptions.
if you read those weird, you know, upside down and backwards black and white comic books, like, don't they know that color exists? You know, really, if they colorized it, then we could talk.
Oh, man.
I think they do have some colorized manga.
I know, but still, it's funny to say that.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got
Now, like, I've heard something called light novels, and apparently that's a... Like, what exactly is a light novel? I know it's a term used to refer into Japan, but I don't know. I've heard that term. What is it exactly?
I have absolutely no idea. I know they exist. I know that that movie that had Tom Cruise in it with the power armor, that's something that was a light novel.
That was, it was that thing where basically every time he died, he reset.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Live, Die, Repeat.
Yeah, Live, Die, Repeat.
Edge of Tomorrow, that's what it's called.
Edge of Tomorrow.
That's technically Edge of Tomorrow, get it right.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Okay, man, you know what? If you want to go there, fine, I'll go there.
But yeah, it was a good movie though. I enjoyed it.
I'm reading a lifeboat.
Immensely.
Spider
Spider Mastermind.
Check to see if there are
There
any
you are.
survivors.
Piece of
Thus,
shit.
thus is the fate of all heretics.
I landed on the satanic symbol, but yet it threw me like 50 feet back. She's all bloody.
Beam rifle.
It must be her time of the month.
You know,
Oh dear.
You know, and for some reason in SPv3, I treat the beam. That's the focus rifle, technically speaking.
Yeah, I know.
Um, I kind of treat it like a long-range LMG in a sense.
but yeah, you can use that. It's good for cutting through shields.
Yeah, and also like when you kind of burst fire it, it does have it has spread to it actually. Surprisingly enough, instead of like a straight line.
I did not note. I have not noticed yet. Anime Game World, Phantasy Star. It's got basically modern day technology. So, you know, could you not point your sniper rifle at me? That is very bad gun safety. You know that? You'd think he would know that. And people still
He
come.
probably doesn't care.
Well, he doesn't. He must not be that much of a real military guy, because, well, he's a enlisted, non-commissioned officer, and people call him Sir, and he doesn't get mad at that.
Who?
Master Sergeant Avery Johnson.
Oh, you mean Apone?
Yes. He shouldn't want people. You don't call a non-commissioned officer Sir. They work for a living. Come on, recharge, goddammit. Yeah, if I was stuck in an anime world, it would totally be Phantasy Star. Because, yeah, modern day technology, which means I can actually use a toilet. And have food that doesn't have literal shit flakes in it.
Hey, General.
Huh?
Are you unhappy with the FOV right now in that game?
No.
Feel the view.
You gotta remember, I grew up at a time when FOV was the fever dream of a madman, so it doesn't bother me.
No.
Fever dream of a madman.
Well, if you press like F7 on your keyboard, there's like FOV settings. Well, I'm assuming you had to have like OpenSauce installed, which
Yeah.
I think it's required, so.
It is.
But, and you can even like modify the weapon offset, actually.
I just left it all the way it was, just because I didn't want to mess it up. It works.
Oh! Hey, General, I realized why there isn't any audio on my thing.
Oh?
Or why there isn't any voice audio. It's because the microphone I have for my PC, the microphone I have for my gaming headset is not detecting audio.
Oh. Well,
It's
that'll
like-
do it.
I tried to use it on here, but no matter the audio settings I was using, it just would not detect. So it might be that the mic is broken, which is really crap because I never used it.
Yeah, that's always a problem with some of those inbuilt ones. But mics are...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, mics are thankfully very inexpensive these days.
Yeah. I'm about to die. No.
You're gonna die sometime. And you didn't miss much, Corey Cox. We've just been playing a lot of SPv3, the Halo mod of the greatest, most ascendant justice.
Now, I would say this, but for the sake of conversation, I'm not even going to say it.
What?
It's about the creator of SPv, the main guy.
Okay,
Oh, are you gonna talk about that?
I don't want to know. It'll ruin it for me.
Yeah, just look in the chat for later.
Come on, come on, come on. No! Oh! Kill him! Kill him!
That sounded
Aha!
rather suggestive, General.
Hey, what?
That sounded rather suggestive, General.
Well,
Oh, no.
he was charging at me with a plasma sword, so I was trying not to get killed.
Plasma sword? Okay.
It's an energy sword, alright, John?
Yeah, whatever. Plasma, energy, whatever.
Yeah, you know, I had to say that, you know that, right?
It's got, you know, like, phase plasma pulse in the 50-watt range.
You making an Aliens reference?
That's Terminator.
No. Oh,
Terminator armor.
I'm getting my
Come on, come on, come on.
my sci-fi series messed up.
Although, you're not that wrong, because the Terminator universe, or at least one of the Terminator universes, does exist within the Aliens universe.
I heard that. Which one was that?
Aliens vs. Predator vs. the Terminator, a comic that is technically, weirdly enough, a sequel to Alien Resurrection.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Huh.
It has Ripley 8 show back up.
Ripley 8.
Yeah, the clone of Ripley.
Oh, you mean that clone of Ripley? From,
Yeah.
From 3?
Yeah, yeah, Alien Resurrection. Yeah, she shows up in that. And fights some Terminators and some Xenomorphs and joins up with the Predators for a little bit.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, it's not a bad comic. People didn't like it for some reason, but I thought it was okay. The way I see it, it makes a little bit of sense in many respects, just because, well, where do you think FTL came from? I like the idea that Skynet invented FTL.
That'd be neat.
Judge
Keep saying
Dredd
neat.
versus
God.
Judge Dredd versus Aliens. I've read the first one, but not the modern day one, and I've also read the original Judge Dredd versus Predator.
Judge Dredd versus Might. No, I'm not gonna say that.
I guess.
Huh? No, I was gonna say something different, but alright.
Technically, Judge Dredd is asexual.
Really?
That's not what I was referring to.
He's actually a clone. Spoiler alert. Oh wait, crap! Where's all the? Oh, he threw a fucking grenade.
Come on, General. Why do you gotta spoil stuff for me, man?
Although that's an open secret in all of like Judge Dredd, the universe itself. Everybody knows he's a clone, but the movie tries to make it like this big secret.
Oh.
So
Why
it's-
does BFG shot do no damage? I get he's damaged, but
my money is on the big T. My money's on the big T.
Big T.
Exactly. Because
There we go.
you just give him a small loan of 1 million humans.
Yeah.
I'd like a small loan of $1 million.
You know, Lost One, what websites were you, like, looking at?
A lot. That shall never be named.
Alright, time for me to kill Spider Mastermind. Time to
Alright,
shove the
good luck.
BFG down its throat.
What are you playing? What level up? Holy crap!
Oh, I play on Nightmare.
Oh, I think you're good, do you?
Oh, I got the gold guy for beating Spider Mastermind.
Not bad.
Tether activation. Oh, speaking of the Crucible, you saw that Doom guy used it against was gonna use it against that one enemy in the trailer.
Yeah, he must bring it back.
But it doesn't look like the Crucible. It looks like a retrofit. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it probably would be.
Roger, Echo
Just wouldn't have enough
419,
energy to
this is
use
Fire
it.
Team Charlie. We read you. That UFO hammer?
You know,
Samuel Hayden.
Roger, fire team Charlie.
okay, you know what's funny about saying that? Okay, you know what's really funny about saying that? In Aliens Earth Hive, they literally do build an anti-alien wall at the American southwestern border. They literally do that. Sadly, it doesn't work.
They're coming in fast. If those lifeboats make it
But that literally does happen. That is a thing. But the aliens don't pay for it, sadly.
I need you to disengage your warthog. The Master Chief and I
Does
are going
Samuel
to see
Hayden
if we
have
can
like a
save
force or
the soldiers.
something? Because he like just
Roger,
pulled
Cortana.
it away from Doom Guy.
He has a magnetic thing.
Okay,
And I can only assume the Crucible has some ferrous metal in it.
Roger, Bowhammer. Stand by
Was
to
Dr.
evac
Was
survivors
Dr.
and
Samuel
transport
Hayden a
them to
human, or
safety.
is he just an AI?
That's affirmative.
He was a human at one point, but then he got space cancer, and then they put him in a robot body.
Space cancer.
Dr. Samuel Hayden's
Hang
pretty
on.
cool, though.
If you can eliminate Covenant forces guarding one of their transceivers, I can relay
You
the
know, right
signals
now I am replaying SPv3, and I put the assault rifle.
We
SPv3.
need that warthog if we want to get to the other
SPv3.
lifeboats.
God.
We need
Anyway.
that warthog if we want to get to the other lifeboats.
I actually set the weapon offset for the assault rifle to be in the bottom middle, just like an old FPS. Because why not?
Wow, that escalated quickly.
This is Petty Officer Sheila Black.
I blew myself up as I was trying to kill some
If you can
ghosts.
eliminate Covenant forces guarding one of their transceivers,
Skip,
I can
skip. I
relay
don't
a
want to watch
signal
that.
so they can infiltrate the Covenant vessels.
Watch what?
Oh, the end credits.
We need that
2016.
warthog
I've already
if
seen
we
it like
want to get to the
15
other
times.
lifeboats.
But don't you want to
We want to get to the other
give
lifeboats.
heed to the great developers?
I give heed when I bought the game.
You would think.
I spent $120 on Doom. I bought a new this $60 version off Steam, and then I bought the $60 version for the Xbox One.
Damn. Well, you know what? Skip.
Yep.
We got
Yeah,
an armed mongoose.
The gun goose.
Oh, Gun Goose.
Yeah. Gun goose.
No, don't crash into the fucking thing, you idiot.
The AI drivers in Halo in general suck. They can't drive for anything.
I was actually saying myself because it's a single-person vehicle.
Oh.
The driving in Halo SPv3 and the base game in general is kind of floaty.
Yeah.
I have played Halo Wars 1 for the Xbox. I still have it.
Oh, Halo Wars. I love the music in that game.
I don't remember. I only played it once many years ago. I think I played it multiplayer a grand total of one time. I thought it was pretty good, but then I had all those other
Games.
Survivors
RTSs,
will
and I was like,
probably stick
whatever.
close to their emergency
Like
vehicles.
Warhammer
We need
40k
to
Dawn
find
of
where the
War.
lifeboats landed.
That one too. I never played
Yeah.
that one multiplayer though. I only played that single player.
Oh yeah.
I tried playing Dawn of War.
What is it with Steam and not syncing my files today?
Steam sucks. GOG is
Yeah.
actually
This cave
GOG is
is
no
not a
better.
natural formation,
Yeah,
Someone
especially
built
that
so it must lead
basically
somewhere.
there was a tweet that they made that basically like was riffing on game journalism, and then people like games journalist was like, and the GOG's like, all right, we'll take down the tweet. That type of stuff. Apple then made a video on it.
Oh, it'll take down the goddamn tweet, alright.
No one even cares about gaming journals because who reads game journalism anymore?
I still get those GameStop magazines every month.
I don't even get those anymore. I got those for way too long. The terminal is still here, although it's just text instead of the super fancy everything else. But whatever.
Super fancy pants.
Yeah, with all the 3D modelings.
I go back to college on Monday.
It sounded like you said you got to go back to COD. It's like, well,
No.
good journey, my son. May your ammo be plentiful. Actually, oh god, that sounds horrible. I just realized you go back to college, may your ammo be plentiful. Look, there's a lot better ways to work out your problems. Okay?
Oh yes. And also, I go back to school on Tuesday, so that also sucks.
Yeah.
You're in high school. I mean, college college compared to my high school, my community college is not actually that difficult, really. I'd say it's actually less difficult than my high school. Because I went to a private school. Lucky me. Actually, yeah, lucky me. I'll just
I'll
shut
say.
up. But we had to write papers for pretty much everything back in high school. I didn't mind. I mean, I'm a decent paper writer. But what's nice about my college now is that most of my courses are online. I mean, granted, it makes everything expensive as hell because I couldn't pay for all my books this time around. Because my one class, I don't know if it's econ or biology. I'm just trying to do biology to get it out of the way. But
Stop shooting at me, you worthless jackals!
there were 2 things that were worth that I had to pay for over $200. I was like, I don't have that kind of money.
Well, what you can do, and I'm not advocating this, I'm just saying it does exist. There are places on the internet where you can find those books. What you do with them is up to you, though.
Oh, piracy. But anyways,
Hey, I do not advocate anything of the sort. That is illegal and wrong and racist and sexist and homophobic,
Okay,
probably.
come on. Just a frickin' book.
The social justice warriors are come up with anything nowadays. Oh, it's sexist. Oh, it's misogynistic. Oh, you left me out of the party. You left
you
me
had
out of the
one gun-
Xbox Live party. That's sexist.
That's sexist.
If I was going to have one gun from Halo, it would probably be battle rifle. Got a scope.
60 pistol. That'll be me.
I just don't know if that would be that good unless you're Master Chef and can really hold it steady.
Assuming I can hold it, I would take it. I'll take it. It's shorter in length. It's more compact than the battle rifle.
Yeah, but
That's what she
Kinda.
said.
I'm a big... I take that lie back. I'd rather have the MA5B. 60 rounds of 308. Hell yeah. Give me that.
I'd rather... It'd probably be... I don't know, if we're going...
No, don't blow up my mongoose, you piece of shit. Get back here.
If we're including Halo 5 weapon variants, I would probably have...
I don't know which one that is. It must be a new one from Halo 5.
The burp rifle.
Yeah, the burp rifle.
Admittedly, the Halo 5 is a pretty burpy game, so
They
it
do.
kinda fits.
They have a
There's new
version of the
traffic on the
carbine
Covenant
in
battle
Halo
network.
2, except it's a needle
A
carbine.
lot more
so
crew
every
made
shot
about the
you
Ottoman than I
fire,
had predicted.
if you get like three
The captain
shots,
really gave
2
them
or 3
hell.
shots to the head, they blow up.
If
So
we
the
can
blood ups who
find
die
Captain
on.
Keyes and the other
Yes, I actually
survivors,
I
we
actually
have a
care.
chance
I was
to
like, I
coordinate
care
an
to remember
effective
these weapons'
resistance.
names.
Oh.
Even though Halo 5 is an absolute trash game.
If I had any armor from Halo, it'd be the Spartan dues from Halo Wars, actually.
Yeah, but that
Actually
armor
have-
would kill you, though.
Wait a minute. I'm reading Marine
Yeah, I
IFF
know.
transponders.
I mean, they
They'll
have
need your help.
they have a variant in Halo 5 for the Spartan Force. I mean,
Yeah, but holy crap!
wow.
Holy
I got
crap,
blown-
Batman.
They'll need your help.
Didn't know that's how you felt, General.
I got blown up by a fucking brute piece of shit.
Of course.
I mean, brute shit is probably pretty big.
One would think.
I remember the line in Halo 2, one of the brutes was saying, "His flesh is here just the way I like it." Like, why are you gonna eat an elite? That's, alright.
Hey, I found. Oh, I think I already found this one.
He said, "My belly aches."
Oh no.
And his flesh is here just the way I like it.
Oh no.
There's actually a terminal. There's actually a thing that says they've been eating humans on Halo here.
Yeah.
Eating humans, huh?
Yeah.
The
Brutes
old
are
vor.
definitely brutish. Of course. They sear him first, at least.
He's
At
like,
least
she's
they
a
can kill him.
sucker.
Oh yeah, well that makes it so much better.
Hey, at
Wait,
least it
what?
means they won't die from E. coli. Now, realistically though, they shouldn't be able to eat humans to begin with because they should be biologically incompatible. But whatever.
They eat the sack. They eat the sack too.
Okay, I'm not even gonna get on the mongoose. It just keeps getting blown to pieces. The Halo
so.
rings. That's a bit overkill. You only get to shoot it once and then you die.
Because I
No,
remember
fuck it.
before 3 Guilty Spark was saying that they had like, how many million
Yeah, I think it was like a couple trillion simulators though. I do not remember. It's been many a year. Holy crap! It'd be nice if I had like a squad or something to fight all of these guys.
God, I have like 16 people on Steam messaging me right now. General, I should not have started this YouTube channel. I regret it.
Well, that's what happens when you get popular. That's why I can't just have an open mic, because everyone shows up.
Well, I started a Discord just because I thought, you did it. Maybe it would be kind of interesting. No.
I'm not going to set up a Discord. If I get famous, I ain't.
That was a bad idea. It's like, oh god.
Well, that's what...
Okay.
Okay, this will only take one hit, so if one grunt shoots me once, I'm gonna blow up. But, yeah, you can get some weirdos, but by and large, at least for me, I've been fairly fortunate not to get too many.
Aside from the stalkers that say, hey, can I talk to John?
That was actually so many years ago, so I'm not even really bothered by that.
I could probably look up the phone book and probably find you. That is... I don't know,
Need to live off the grid.
Live off the grid.
My cat found a box he likes. Oh, that's good, okay. Good for you, buddy. My Transformers Fall of Cybertron videos are actually getting more headway now.
Yeah, because it's good gameplay. GG.
Oh, you like that? You like it?
GG. Throw grenades. Throw those fucking grenades.
You know, there's actually a skull in SPv3 called the Anger Skull, which basically...
SPv3, get it right.
SPv3.
I'm gonna rip your sack off and shove it down your throat if you don't get it right.
Yeah, try. Yeah, try me. Try me, little man.
It's like I appear right behind you. On my old shit. Nutty!
No, you should say nothing personnel, kid.
Not the first one. Oh, I found a picture. It's Trump holding a katana, and it says it appears behind you. It says nothing personal, kid. I thought that was incredibly funny. I had to share that with a bunch of my friends.
Want to shoot him?
If I could find it, I would put it on here.
Sprint! 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 Sprint!
Disgusting.
That reminds me, I'm gonna upload the last part of my episode 5. Is that episode 5?
Okay, that was weird. When I dropped the pistol, I think there were 2 anime eyes on it.
Net. Oh, General Senpai is picking me up. Oh my god.
Please never do that again.
Oh, I will.
This is a bad idea. Get out of there!
You're a bad idea.
No, that could be true. Go, my minions, go!
You're the incarnation of bad ideas.
A long, sad history of bad ideas.
This is the worst idea of all the bad ideas.
Best of Megatron. Should I put that in
Eat
the
it.
title? I feel that's like a little too spoilery. People who haven't seen it, who haven't played the game.
Well, it should be obvious, though. It's not like he's gonna win.
Well, you remember he gets crushed by Metro Flames.
Well, yeah, but still. You know he's gonna get something happen to him. It's not like he's gonna win and it's like rule of Megatron. Halo Zelda, Return of Ganon.
Well, he did return in like the second one.
Well, yeah, but they never stay dead for long. Because, well, he's marketable.
Yeah, that's true.
Also,
Communism?
Oh no.
No, Corey Cox, you can think of the worst idea. Communism. I think that'd be pretty bad.
Yeah. Also, John, you take the shields out of a elite zealot, the gold elites. If you take their when you take their shields out in SPv3, they'll actually a special plasma pistol will appear in their hands, and if you kill them, you can actually use it. That's called the Void's Tear, which is based off of Halo 5's plasma pistol. Yeah.
Brings up black hole.
Yeah.
I did not. I was unaware of that.
So yeah, you had to like get a gold elite to drop his shields and not kill him. You just make him do like the, I think it's like a point animation, and then the pistol appears in his hand.
Huh.
So yeah, and also with the regular fire, you can actually draw enemies towards you with the regular fire, and the overcharge is like the gravity grenades. So basically, you could just have a long-ranged gravity grenade, or basically be Scorpion from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Get over here.
Get over here. Get over here.
My hair.
One more group of Marines to
They
go,
and
Chief.
who live in our hearts.
Why?
Holy crap!
This device doesn't get.
Come on, somebody shoot him! Thank you.
Yes, that's the
Icy hot and condoms. Oh dear.
Wait,
Oh, no.
icy hot condoms?
That's a hack condom.
But I'm not surprised that the Covenant would like starve Grunts and Kigyar. It sounds like something to do. And they did, in Follow Reach, they did mention that the Grunts would literally rip people apart. It kind of is a...
Wait, what? The
Yeah.
Youngoi? The
Yeah.
Youngoi actually do that.
Apparently. I'm not sure when this happens, but evidently, I think that was written before the game was finished. They didn't know there were going to be those things.
Pathetic little things they are.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, they can rip people apart because they're going to be way scary. Oh.
There's a little shit. That explains a lot.
And also in the original Fall of Reach, that was supposed to be the first time they ever saw the elites as well. That got retconned.
That's all of the
Yeah.
Marines, Chief. Good work.
So many retcons actually in the Halo franchise.
Yeah, so many.
Thanks, Cortana.
So-
Starting out.
So many glorious retcons.
So many.
LA Beast.
Actually, I've
Oh,
heard
really?
that.
Sorry, go ahead.
I actually heard that the Forerunners being humans, ancient humans, actually it used to be a thing, but that's now retcon.
Yeah, it is. It just happens to be that humans existed back billions of years ago, and we had spaceships, and then we got turned into cavemen somehow. Way better!
Yeah.
That's a way better idea. I mean, that's what I wanted. You know?
And the
What if-
Halo... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It's like, what if Halo 4 kept the idea of humans, the Foreigners still being like ancient humans, and basically the Didact was just this ancient human guy that is mad at modern humanity or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, Space Hitler. I could go with
Space
that.
Hitler, yeah.
Ooh, excuse me. Sorry.
Carolina pepper. I don't think I'd want to do that. Although,
Carolina.
spraying Carolina pepper powder on your dick would be a bad idea. Yes, it would. Although, for some reason, I can bet you no amount of money that's gotta be a fetish, though. That's gotta be.
There's fetishes for everything now. There's fetish for probably putting butter in your hair.
That's probably
No,
the
that
tame.
might
But
as
oh,
well.
here we go. Alpha base. I saw this just yesterday. Holy shit!
What?
It's a giant base called Alpha Base. Okay. Now. From,
Alright.
oh yeah, I'm an idiot. Okay, let's bring that back over here so they don't all die.
And you can actually,
Like, dying.
Actually-
I just gotta get off it.
you can actually drive the anti-air wraith, which is rad.
I know. I'm actually about to go steal me a regular Wraith though. And
You can actually drive, right?
yeah, the old Halo chef is bashing his way in as we speak.
What's nice is that World of Tanks, like for PC, I can run it at full graphics settings, but I mean, it's not PC.
Okay, that is not working for some reason. There's a glitch on the tank here.
What the
But-
hell? Why isn't it bringing me that one?
Yeah, the World of Tanks on PC would be very different from the console version, just because you do have the option of mouse aiming, which is vastly superior to controllers.
Why won't it make it full screen? Why can't it?
To this Space
Action.
Force.
God damn it, action.
Now, of
Action
course, this
record-
part here will lag a bit, even when I'm not streaming. But I don't really care. It's not that bad. Okay, it's already dead. It's dead, Jim.
He's dead, Jim.
Oh yeah, Chris Pine is out of the new. Yeah, he's gone. I'm not surprised.
Supposedly they were supposed to bring in his dad, but he's not coming in either.
Yeah, because he's Thor now. And Thor wants big monies.
I want big monies.
You know, I'd
This
like
guy
to.
has... Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
A friend of mine that I have from a place that I used to work at
Echo 05 to Cortana, we are on our way.
has a gaming computer that
Easier
is
said than done. Inbound phantom, Steve.
way off. I mean, it's incredibly, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. But, this guy has over 1,500 games with 2,000 DLC, and, he's played all of them.
What?
All 1,500 games.
Sounds like he's got a colostomy bag.
Sounds like he lives in a pocket dimension in which a millisecond in real life is an hour and 15 minutes in that dimension.
Tank
Well,
of choice, Abrams.
Abrams, I would go for either the Tiger 1 or the Moss.
Those are good tanks. However, they're pretty bad in terms of mechanics, though. The fuel pump
Yeah.
leaks like a sieve, apparently.
Oh, the Moss?
No, on the Tiger.
Oh, really?
The Tigger.
Yeah. This guy also has at least 20 terabytes on his PC.
Damn,
20.
that's a lot of porn. I mean, a lot of scientific material.
I mean, if you had 1,500 games, you might want that.
You'd probably need that. Okay,
Yeah.
now, is there going to be another Wraith? No, there's not. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to keep this tank. I'm actually going to go grab the Mac, the Gauss or Gauss or...
Oh, the
Gas
guy's
Warthog.
Yeah. Actually, no, there's another Phantom coming in. I'll just stay in the tank for now.
Sorry, ignore that. I'm trying to see what... Where is it?
Come on.
It's my tricorder that I got from Barnes & Noble.
Hopefully it's not a Star Trek Discovery one.
No, it's next gen.
Very good. Apparently they couldn't sell the Kelvin crap.
Really?
Nobody wanted it. It's like, it sold about as well as Rose Tico.
Oh, speaking of Rose Tico, there were, with the Black Series figures and like the 6-inch figures, oh, they had so many Rose Ticos and, what else was it? Like, characters nobody really gave a crap about. Cassian from Rogue One and Jyn Erso. Somebody literally bought, about 50 of each of Cassian and Jyn Erso for about $10 because they're about 3 cents each at Walmart.
Echo 205 to Cortana, I've got a view of the
Holy
base,
hell.
but they've deployed an anti-air raid for the upper levels.
2 cents a piece. That's 1 cent more than they're worth.
Mm-hmm.
Rose Tico. And the actress actually looks pretty attractive in real life.
Yeah, I mean, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, but they had to feminize her.
Yeah. She's she seems like a decent actress. I mean, if she wasn't in a Star Wars movie, she probably could have done better. Or, I mean, if she wasn't, God, let me take that back. If she wasn't trying to be, Miss Strong Female Character.
It actually was a character first.
Yeah, it was like an actual character that we could actually not hate. Then maybe, people would actually care.
Yeah, but we can't have that. Can't have that! Oh no. Okay, hop in the Gauss Warthog already. Gauss Goss. Geese.
Halo Legends, that's where they call it a Gauss Hog, and it's like, oh, stop it.
I actually did a review of Halo Legends many years ago. Sadly, it no longer exists.
Or thankfully, we don't know.
So, it wasn't bad though.
Copy.
Well, I did a review of the first run of that DVD, and the review itself wasn't bad. It was completely and totally off the cuff, but I was able to edit it in such a way that no one could tell. It sounded like it was 100% scripted.
Oh, you know what sucks? Is that Force Unleashed 2 will not go above 30 frames.
Yeah, I don't think that's a particularly well optimized game.
Oh.
Even with this 1070 Ti and stuff, it's still at 30 frames. I think, come on. I think even the PlayStation was higher than that.
I'd recommend just checking the PC gaming wiki. It usually has options for that.
PC Gaming Wiki will save your life.
I don't doubt it.
No.
Let's see, Google. Oh, 8.2 magnitude in Quake strikes South Pacific. That sucks.
Well, that escalated quickly.
I heard something about California trying to ban.
Straws.
Yeah.
No, not straws.
Oh god, that's horrible. Lost one.
A book.
Last one.
Shoot him in the back. How many shots is a brute gonna take to the back of the head?
It's a book that social justice warriors hate. That should be a good enough clue.
Oh, so what exactly is Lost? What is the plot?
I don't know. That's not what I was saying. I was responding to somebody in the chat.
Ew.
Gaming PC Wiki.
California does want to ban everything. Pentium D.
We just need to get rid of California in general.
The fault line shall exterminate them all, minus the conservatives.
Is it Gaming Computer Wiki or PC Gamer Wiki?
PC Gaming Wiki. Just PC Gaming.
Yeah.
Oh, PC Game Wikipedia, not PC Gamer.
No. Because what you'll get is gaming journos. We do not want that.
What was cool is that, I mean, I know CNN doesn't do any good work mostly nowadays, but they did a documentary about the 80s, 90s, and now the 2000s, but the 80s one, I'm trying to get on DVD because of the fact that they talk about, like, the rise of PC and stuff like that, how they were able to do so much with it, how Bill Gates created Microsoft, you know, all that good stuff.
Yeah, that sounds like that should be fairly interesting.
I watch it like about once every month because when I watch it, I just
Oh no, no! Oh.
I go on my PC and look around and stuff, be like, all right, what in here can I look at that's interesting?
Also, I just got killed by an elevator. But go on.
It makes me want to go back to the 80s and be part of the big PC boom, so I can actually learn how to build a PC from scratch and stuff.
Now that would be an interesting thing.
Program software and stuff. Like, oh hey, yeah.
Because that stuff back then was very different from what we have today, that's for sure. Basic,
Yeah.
Basic A, the C64, the Xerox GUI, the GUI, anti-air wraith.
It'd be funny if I brought back my gaming PC right now. I'd be like,
That's actually something I read in a forum the other day. If you did Quantum Leap back into the past, would you be able to keep up a masquerade?
what?
Would you be able to keep up a masquerade that you were from that time period?
Oh, no, I don't. I mean, I've watched enough 80s movies and stuff like that, and I have.
Reading multiple
I
inbound
actually sometimes dress like I'm from the 80s. Like, I'll have the jeans and then the tucked-in shirt. Don't laugh.
It's such a classic look, though.
I know. I'll have like the 80s hat with like the belt and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, I'm from the 80s. Here, let me go look for my DeLorean real quick. I'll bring it out front.
Although you look better than most normal people today. You don't have a man bun with, I don't know how
Thank
normal
you.
people dress. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really care to dress the way a lot of people do nowadays, because I know most guys nowadays usually try to get their head shaved and stuff like that. But
So
I just don't care for it.
They want to look like they're Walter White, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Crap, who's shooting at me? 2 fucking dropships?
You just look behind you and it's me waving like, "Hi, General, I just shot you. Goodbye."
So wait, you became Deadpool?
Breaking the fourth wall. Would it be breaking the fourth wall, or are we breaking like 16 walls? I don't know.
I don't even know anymore. We need to make somebody else pay for it, because I ain't gonna pay for it, I ain't got the money for it.
No.
And that
Man buns or dyed hair? You know what? I don't know which one's worse. Honestly, I think the man bun's probably the worst thing ever.
If I would ever... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
You know, if I had dyed hair, okay, I'm gonna go with dye hair, but I'm gonna move to some anime universe, so it'll be just dyed.
If I dyed my hair, I'd probably dye it blue, because blue is my favorite color.
I'd dye it red. I don't know. I like the color red.
I was gonna make a joke there, but it would probably be too NSFW for the stream.
But I'd rather keep my hair my natural color.
Here, look in the Discord chat.
Oh god, that's gonna be horrible.
This
And
is
yeah,
gonna be great.
dyed hair can work sometimes. But, you know what, I'm reminded of Drew Carey from the Drew Carey show, where he and his various friends in that all dyed their hair blonde, and they made the joke of, well, we look like Hanson in 40 years, and now no one even knows who Hanson is.
You mean Chris Hansen?
Thank you. No, there was a band named Hanson in the 90s. They were a bunch of blonde 20-year-olds, and they sang music of some description. And thankfully, no one knows who they are. The end. And yeah, Lost One, you would have the problem of there'd be so many things you could and could not do because you would not want to change the future too much. But the post also said, like, what if you quantum leaped into a different time in your life? Like let's say you're 29 and you quantum leap back to 19. How much would you want to change? And the thing is, I don't see myself wanting to change that much for fear of changing, like, big things that would happen just a few years later. So you'd be kind of screwed.
Whoa, that thing's tiny.
Well, I do not want to know. A narrow urethra?
No, God. It's like this incredible. It's like, you know how they had those Game Boy Minis? Like, it was really tiny.
Oh, yeah. Must be one of those new Raspberry Pis.
I don't know what that is, but what it is, it's basically these 2 thumbsticks on a circuit board, and somebody's trying to play Fortnite.
Oh, man, that's...
And I think there's 2 triggers on the back.
I'm triggered just by Fortnite. Living on Mars, 15 years old. Man, Martians age slower, it seems. And they can carry more because there's only 1/3 Earth gravity. I've never played Fortnite. I just will meme about it.
I will never play Fortnite because it annoys the shit out of me. Just the whole sphere of influence.
Hawkeye becomes Ronin?
Ew.
The Ronin.
Don't read the chat.
I'm gonna read the chat. You tell me not to do something, then I want to do it.
I only accidentally ran over one of you. I didn't mean to run you over. Now you all attacked me, now you're gonna go extinct. Shoot him already! He's in front of you! You idiot! Why didn't you shoot him? Red Orchestra 2 and Rising Storm 2. Red Orchestra 2 is not bad.
I liked it.
I just never really got into it because it's overly realistic. Well, it's not overly realistic, it's just realistic, and I just never really got into that.
What's realistic?
Red Orchestra
Rising Storm
2.
2.
Red Orchestra 2, what's that?
Rising Storm. He said Rising Storm 2. Well, both, I guess, count. This instance.
Please shoot him.
I
Well, we're on fire. You know what? Good luck, dude.
I need to get one of those gaming chairs, because the one I have now is like from 5 years ago, and it's got holes.
Oh, great. Now all the stupid
fabric.
fucking... Aha! Eat gravity!
Eat gravity?
Grenade.
Oh.
Now you shoot him! Now you shoot him! I should blow you up with that warthog.
You should.
Now I get
Yes,
to
I
walk.
want to play Shadows of the Empire.
Shadows of
Uranus. Oh dear.
I beat it on easy. I can't beat it on medium for whatever reason.
Yeah, it's a hard game. I never...
Wait. Go ahead.
I never really beat it without cheat codes, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not that bad.
Oh, I see how it is.
Take it back.
I see how it is.
The Skyhook battle's my favorite because
Oh.
I don't know. My dad played Shadows of the Empire back in the day. That's why it's one of my favorite Star Wars games. I was like, what, 5 years old or something like that, and that's how the Outrider became my favorite ship.
I accidentally bumped into one of those stupid dino pieces of shit, and the Outrider is a nice ship, don't get me wrong. It's still slower than the Millennium Falcon, though.
I heard it was faster.
It only goes 0.75.
0.75 of light speed?
Yeah, whereas the
Ew.
Falcon goes 0.5. See, that whole light speed scale doesn't make any sense. That means it should be going really, really slow. You know? It's like...
Wait, you just said it was faster then.
It
You
is,
just
but
said
they're...
Falcon was 0.5.
It's just...
Yeah,
Its
oh.
scale is completely fucked.
Oh, it's the boy. It's the boy. It's the boy, Riley, the flaming Wookiee cookie. It's as epic as per usual.
Oh, you said Riley for a second. I was like, my cat's name is Riley. But then there's some tranny out there named Riley that's really pissing me off.
There's some
Because of the
Marines
fact that
hiding
she
in the
said,
tills above the
oh,
structure.
you're a bigot if you don't sleep with the tranny first. I'm like, no, that's pretty disgusting if you walk in the first place. I mean, I'm not trying to say anybody who's gonna sleep with a tranny is disgusting. You can have your fetishes. But, I mean, like, this person still has their Adam's apple and still sounds like a dude.
Or,
See ya, lost one.
Alright, see ya.
Yeah, see ya. Don't stumble into weird websites again.
Wait, why are you leaving Morgan?
No, the
Calling
lost
drop
one.
ship to the
Riley just said epic. I want Riley to say not. I want Riley to say not epic. That's what I want.
But this
to
is
see.
epic. Look at it. It's fucking Halo.
I know
but
he
with
said
more.
he said epic. I just want him just to type in the words not epic. That's about it.
Yeah, the thing is, like, it doesn't make any sense for, and see ya, Riley. But, and that's one of the problems with that. It's like, you can't really, whatever the case may be when it comes to people who are transgender, do not try to tell me that I should date you if you still have a dick. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
That is not what I'm into. So,
No.
it's like, do not get mad at me if you still have a dick. Because, as far as I'm concerned, if you still have a dick attached, you are a
You're
male.
still a dude.
Yes, that's the whole thing about being male, is that they have that particular bit in that area. Okay?
Well, what about traps? I feel like for some it's a different situation with traps.
Well, traps are like basically younger dudes who look like chicks.
Yeah, but I don't think they're actually gay, though. I've read that it's a whole...
No. Said the non-epic. Yes, thank you.
Traps are not gay.
Yeah, I think
No,
like the actual people
Riley
who are...
said not epic.
I think the people who are
Riley's
actually...
still here.
Oh, there's the Star Destroyer. I've already been playing that long. On this map, the Star Destroyer's already here.
Who's shooting at me?
Your mum.
It's not personal, kid.
Getting personnel, kid.
Nothing personal, kid. Yo, Mabel. Shindig.
There was actually a manga I read somewhat recently where like the people got like turned to stone or something. Well, I say recently, it's probably been over a year now. Where people like get turned to stone or something, and it did have Trump in it. And he got turned into a statue. I remember nothing other than that.
I keep hearing about people trying to take thumbs up, jump off the balance. You can't do that.
You can only take him off after you served a second term, so yeah.
I kept hearing about Obama trying to run for a third term. I was like,
no.
That would technically be illegal.
Yeah, because that was outruled after FDR was president.
oh yeah, because he ran for like 4 terms, didn't he?
And he got them all.
Yeah, and people were like, stick with 2 terms, because that's just tradition, and then they just outlawed 4th terms.
I swear, this is harder when I'm streaming it than when I'm actually doing it by myself. I do not understand.
We might want to get it. You might want to put that into context for some of the people who don't understand what you're talking about.
No, I'll just let them try to figure it out on their own. Am I talking about myself or am I talking about the game? Live in fear.
God.
Live in fear of the dark.
Holy Trinity, peacekeepers.
Run.
There are some Marines hiding in the hills.
I actually
above the
beat
structure.
Shadows of the Empire on an emulator on my old Android phone.
You're a sight for sore eyes, T.
I never could play any of those things on a phone. It just didn't
I'll
feel
call in a dropship to
right.
pick them up.
Oh, trust me, it is difficult, especially fighting Boba Fett in Slave 1.
Ugh.
Oh, that took me forever.
Oh, Bodo Vet.
Bubba Fett.
I actually came up with a Louisiana version of his name.
Oh, a Louisiana version of his name?
Yeah,
What do you mean
Babadoo.
by Babadoo.
Babadoo from the Bayou.
Babadoo from the Bayou. Babadoo from the Bayou.
He lived out on the swamp with his father and his alien mother. They tried to raise him right.
His mama.
What?
Technically, his mama would be a Kaminoan.
Well, sort of. There was in one of the comics, where like he got close as a kid with Zam Wesell.
Oh, Zam, okay.
Yeah. Of course, then Django fucking murdered her, but whatever. Because Django was an asshole.
Wait, crap, how do I fire photon torpedo?
Jango Fett was the ultimate asshole.
Ah,
I don't think he was that bad. He was just very cold. Very, very cold
He was a
indeed.
cold man. He was so cold. A cold man with
Thief
a cold
2,
heart.
System Shock 2, and Deus Ex. I never could get into Thief. Haven't played System Shock. And Deus Ex, yes. That was awesome.
I died.
The inspirationalness of that game is considerable.
The Skyhook is probably my favorite mission on this game. Mainly because you have open range to fly the Outrider.
I do remember that. And he did survive that battle, too. At least in the comic.
Yeah. If you play it on like medium or hard, you actually see that he goes to the light space right after the Skyhook. Right as the Skyhook.
Fucking Jackal!
Believe it or not, I was actually terrified of the game over screen from Shadows of the Empire because it was
Shit.
Zizor. It was Prince Zizor's face.
Yeah, he was kind of creepy and also like a rapist as well. He'd use his pheromones to like control women's minds to sleep with him.
Really.
Tried to use that on Leia, but Leia was a bit too strong for him.
Oh no! I do not want to go out because it's already got stuff in. No, that one doesn't. Which one doesn't have the flavy bits at the end of it?
Give me your face, or at least your plasma rifle.
Give me your face.
Favorite set of primary sight and backup? The front sight's actually fixed on mine. The backup is just the Magpul backup. Magpul all the way,
We
man!
read you, Echo 419. We have
I
survived
will
and
admit-
need immediate dust off.
I will admit, my cleaning box actually has the Magpul logo on
I
it.
spotted additional
I put the sticker on there. It came with the sticker, so I had to put it on there.
Wait, what came with
And
what?
another near the
Confused.
cliff edge.
My Magpul backup iron sight.
Oh.
It came with the Magpul sticker, and I had to use it to put on something.
We're on our way.
This game could really give you seizures if you just stared at the explosions long enough because they have so many explosions in
Sight mark and Magpul.
in so little time. It's just
Actually, hey, Combine 047. I knew that, I think one of my cousins had, like, Donkey Kong Country, and I think I did see the game over screen, and I think all I remember was, like, was it, like, Donkey Kong and, like, Diddy Kong? Like, I know Diddy Kong had, like, a Band-Aid near his mouth or something like that.
Oh, Donkey Kong Country, it's, Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong.
Lifeboat detector.
Yeah, pretty much.
No sign.
I like the music that went with it.
Dave Wise. Would you people shoot them?
Or something like that.
Yeah, that game. I actually got that during Thanksgiving of the year it came out. That game was $80 back in 1990, whatever the fuck, 94, 95. Yeah. So.
Thunder, the arrival and stuff.
And that was back when my mother made like at most $10 an hour. So.
Dang.
That.
Well, actually, $10 an hour.
Yeah, but you gotta remember rent, gasoline, food for 2 people, rent. Rent.
Food, drink.
I'm actually gonna be getting a second job this summer, only part-time because I'm trying to save up to go to Greece to meet somebody.
Ooh,
Why?
sexy time.
I've known her for 6 years, but you know, whatever.
Pent up, sexy time.
Yeah, if only she wasn't dating.
Maybe they took.
Well,
photos
that might be a
of the
problem.
Let's check it out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm mainly going because they have a convention called Athens Con that's basically like Comic-Con here.
But in
Except-
Athens,
It's Greek.
And there's more anime.
animus. Do they wear
Yeah.
white robes and?
Seeing how her relationships have gone for the past few years, I don't think it'll last too much longer.
An anime chick in a toga.
But like I told you, General, I was looking else when I was looking outside the country.
Well, that's pretty. Oh no, it's gonna blow!
I mean, yeah, that is pretty far.
Yeah, that definitely blows.
Well, at least it's still on this planet. Like, you know, trying to date somebody on fucking Mars. Well, that'll happen at some point.
Yeah, probably not in our lifetime though.
Well, maybe. You never know. Think about this. If you were born in the year 1900 and died in the year 2000, look at all the crap that happened then.
Yeah, 2 world wars, the Vietnam War, the Cold War, a lot of wars.
Well, there's that, but think about this, though. When the century started up, there were no cars, there was no planes. And when the century ended, there was cars, planes, medical technology, all kinds of crap. Holy
Went to
crap!
the moon. But then again, some people try to dispute that.
Really? Try to dispute what?
Yeah, it didn't happen.
Moon landing.
Oh, the
Because
moon.
of morons.
Oh yeah. It's like we can. If I take my telescope outside and put it on a high enough power, I can actually see where they put the flag.
Nerd.
It's U.S. government here say they just shot a laser at the moon.
It'd be pretty much white by now.
And it's okay to be.
There'd be probably some stuff just where you say, "Oh, that's racist." Okay, so you're gonna say space is racist. All right, you know what? Let me just go ahead and take my boot here, just get out into space so your head will explode.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's a counter argument. Most of space is black.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah. So really, they should be
They-
happy.
they've even taken pictures of from the moon. They've taken pictures of the Earth, and you can't see any stars or anything from the moon. You can't see any of it.
Huh.
I think it's because of Earth's atmosphere.
Could
I
be.
actually have to look it up again because I probably sound like an idiot saying this stuff.
Shoot him! Shoot him! Smack him! Beat the shit out of him. We go on?
There is some reason that why we can't see the stars, or why we can't see the stars from Earth and can't from the moon. I don't remember what it was though.
The albedo might be too high on the moon.
Libido?
Yeah, the thing where like the light gets reflected.
Before we leave.
That light
Oh.
reflecty thing.
Yep, I get it.
Yes, the light reflecting thing. That's like my favorite part of the eye.
The space.
Victoria.
Yeah, Magpul is an absolutely awesome brand in response to Corey Cox. That's the only mags I have, actually.
As soon as, well, I can't do it as soon as I turn 21, but if with my when I get the second job, I'm going to be saving up for that MP40.
That will be a nice. I don't know if you can get that in. Actually, I don't think that's restricted in Illinois. I don't think it is, but it could be. I don't know.
I hope not, because I've been hanging it on my wall, but like, that's awesome.
It is a pretty cool little thing. I will say that. That of course is the ATI MP40 remake, not the original. Yeah, that second job would have.
I want to do it. Huh?
I was gonna say that second job would be paying the $20,000 for that.
No.
Not yet.
No. See, if I get the degree I want, hopefully, I'm not saying it'll happen, but I'm saying hopefully I can actually get, you know, make enough money for that kind of stuff. Because I was gonna either do cyber security, which one friend is gonna do, which that pays pretty well, or just like computer engineering stuff, because I know that pays pretty well.
That's what makes loads of money indeed. Smack him. Yeah, those are.
I know it's. Oh god.
I was gonna say those are highly paid fields.
Oh yeah.
Just don't.
My cut. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh god, I think the game crashed. Yeah. Halo has stopped working. That's the first crash I've got, so it's not too
What,
bad.
Molly? What do you want, cat? Where are you? I can't.
Oh yeah, they probably did
meowing,
raise
but I
the age for that, didn't they? Can I continue?
Molly. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was saying, can I continue in the game?
Oh,
Since
sorry.
it crashed. And I can! It saved my checkpoint. Sweet.
Yay, yeah.
I don't like interrupting people because I feel bad if I do.
Yeah.
Illinois. A non-freedom state, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's mostly Democratic, unfortunately.
Isn't Idaho supposed to be mostly country and shit? Or no?
I think so, yeah.
That's weird. Because you would think that it would be a Republican state, unless there's like a major city in Idaho.
It also is, could be just historical as well.
What was Lincoln? Was he Democrat or Republican? Or was
Republican.
Yeah, he was a radical Republican.
Then why the hell is Illinois Democrat?
I have no idea.
I know me and my dad.
Oh, Chicago! That's what it is. Chicago. I forgot that Chicago was in Illinois.
Yeah. Chicago is actually pretty. I mean, I go to Schaumburg mostly, but Schaumburg is actually decent. I don't think I've actually been to Chicago.
Hmm. You know what Chicago used to be back in the day, many years ago?
No, what was it?
It was a meatpacking city. It was part of the meatpacking industry. If I get my history right, and I might not, because my brain doesn't always work. They would ship meat to Chicago and have it, you know, cut up and packed and all the rest.
Cut up, gutted, barfed out.
Yes.
Oh no.
Dang it.
Arcane Dimensions. I guess I should get into that game at some point. I guess I could do that. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, definitely, it's worth it.
But Chicago, it wasn't always a bad city, but these days, I think like they killed like 300 people in one weekend.
Oh, that's the west side of Chicago. If you just go to the eastern side of Chicago, you'll be fine. But if you go to the west side, you might as well go ahead and bring your AR-15.
But then they will get you arrested.
Sounds like you need air support. You know, bloody chopper following you there.
I've heard people say just lock all the criminals in the west side of Chicago. Just let them just kill all each other off. Because then, I mean, I know it sounds rather,
Jump.
I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but I mean, it
Harsh.
would solve a lot of yeah, it's a bit harsh, but it would solve a lot of problems.
Well, you know, that's where they want to live anyways. But, you know, that's the one problem with crime, though, is that it never stays localized.
No.
I live in a particularly good area, and there was a person who ran a check cashing business, and some criminals tried to steal their. They had like 75,000 in cash. Yeah, they tried to steal it. They didn't though. The woman held on to it, although she did get beaten up, and they ran her over with a car. But they didn't get the cash.
I don't know.
So she was pretty tough.
They ran her over, but she kept the cash anyway.
Well, because if she lost 75,000, her business probably would have gone under. So, but she could heal and likely will. So.
Yeah.
But that's people.
Echo 419 to Cortana. Full hammer station and ready for another pickup.
All the RGB lighting on my
We're ready for
computer.
dust-off. Approach when ready.
Wow.
Going to look for the last lifeboat, Echo 419.
Well, not all of it. Stuff inside my computer, I don't know how to change the light. There's like an app I can get for my PC, but I don't.
There's an app for
I don't
that.
feel like it. There is an app for that. That's
Yeah.
such an old thing nowadays. There's an app for that.
Yeah. Imagine if you want to basically anonymously, like, I don't know, kill puppies. There's an app for that.
There's a fetish for that.
It's puppy clicker. Every click is what? Oh God, no! I just jumped.
Molly, where are you?
I just jumped off the cliff because I'm an idiot.
Oh, you're at my door. You want out? Okay.
All right,
You wanna
so
snap the neck off your cat. You want to wipe your ass with your neighbor's cat? There's an app for that.
There you go, Molly.
cat clicker. But after this mission is done, I'm going to call it a stream. I've almost been going 3 hours,
Oh. Yeah.
and my brain and body is tired.
I know there was somebody in the chat who was, what was I going to say?
I don't know.
I forgot. I'll probably remember later.
5 days later, and then
Like,
that-
oh, yeah.
eat fucking bean, you piece of shit.
I have as many, I tried, I know it sounds, God, I can't English well today, good lord. I have every version that I've been able to pick up of the Outrider. Like, there's this one that's not even the size of my thumbnail that I have.
Wow, you
It's-
know, bloody magnifying glass to see that thing.
It's incredibly detailed, too. Oh, you know Micro Machines?
Yeah, I have a shitload of
Where are
those.
you going?
Oh yeah, me
You
too.
can't abandon this.
They,
Marines. We need to stay near
they
the
made
RV point until Fohammer arrives.
You die now.
You got a bug?
Yeah, okay, it was under one of my snow speakers. But,
Oh.
they made mini Micro Machines. It was like a 3-pack. There was the Millennium Falcon, the Death Star, and the Slave One. They're about the same size as my thumbnail. Well, and they're all painted. I'll probably take a picture later and put it in Discord. But they're so incredibly tiny. I took them out of the box and put them in a case. I mean, just cause. But I could put them back in the case. But I don't know how much they run for. I got them at a garage sale from a guy who was Star Wars stuff, and at a good price too. I wish I had more money at the time, but my room's compact enough. I
I
don't
picked
need
up
any more
reports that the
stuff.
Covenant has located
So
and secured the Bureau
micro
crash site.
machines, huh?
Yeah,
news is the
here's the
captain's
box.
still The bad news is that the
Micro
Covenant had captured the entire
Machines,
surviving
20th
command
to
crew.
celebrate the 20th anniversary of Star
Let's
Wars.
hurry and find the final lifeboat.
I
so
never
we
even
can
heard
link
of
up with
those.
the rest of the survivors.
I have quite a few micro machines from Star Wars and Star Trek.
Oh yeah. Do you have the E?
The what?
The E? The Enterprise E?
I got multiple big Ds.
Oh.
I've got the original Playmates, I got the damaged Playmates, I've got 2 different flavors of Micro Machine. One that can remove the saucer section and not. Some original 80s die-cast ones. Let's see, what else we got? I don't have the Diamond Select Toys one, but I do have a model that has not been completed yet. A really highly detailed model
Oh yeah.
of the Big D. I'm a big fan of the Big D.
Marines are concealed in
I
this vault.
said the E, but okay. That's
Oh,
fine.
the E? Okay. The Big E then. I got the Diamond Select Toys version of that. The Playmates version of that I got back in the day, like when Insurrection was the shit movie, but the toy's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't. No, that's actually.
That's after. Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one with no name, wrinkly face guy. No, Botox Man. It was Botox Man.
That was Insurrection.
Yeah. So I got the.
Oh wait, that's Botox.
It might as well be space Botox that he has, because it's what it is, and it's stupid.
You know, I thought you were gonna say Spaceballs or something.
His space balls are probably so filled with Botox they don't even work. So yeah.
If you need Botox in your balls, you really got a problem.
I'm sure people do it. People use Botox on that neck skin that can be seen in selfies. I'm not even joking. That's a thing you can get.
Really?
I feel like I'm fearing for the life of my ball sack right now, just by this conversation.
I'm pretty sure such a thing exists. I am 100% certain that exists.
Just thanks for that. Anyways.
There's an app for that. The Baltax Botox? Botex Baltax? I can't even talk.
Baltox. There's an app for that.
Dude, Master Chief ain't into that.
Oh, there was a skit Mad did for Cartoon Network. It's toilet humor because
Reasons.
Because Cartoon Network and kids. Of course. But
kids.
Instead of an app for that, there's a crap for that.
Oh god.
Oh, I thought that was like some parody or something.
And run them all over!
Yeah.
Vehicular homicide would go on.
Vehicular manslaughter.
Do you want to see a 7-foot-tall man in green armor snap the neck of some hinge head and basically blow up some monkeys and like little short crab people?
Crab people?
Well, aren't like the grunts supposed to be like arthropods or something?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh, they're completely organic.
Arthropods are organic.
They don't have shells.
They don't even have half shells like Terminator's fun. Run them down!
Let me consult the Halopedia website.
Good lord.
Halo
Just look it up in one of my 5 Halo guidebooks.
They have crabs. They have way too much unprotected sex.
Oh yeah, the life of the grunts. Have you seen that series, like The Life of?
Oh yeah,
I did not actually.
There's a poor elite that has to guard the grunt mating chamber. The grunt mating chamber.
When I first saw that, I thought that basically the grunts were just having a barfing contest, and when the one said "not the face," a grunt just puked on him or something on that.
No,
but that's what it originally it sounded like a barfing contest, but nowadays it's just like, oh, that's horrible.
No,
so anyways, ungoi, also known as grunts by many individuals, are a sapient species of squat bipedal xenoarthropodal vertebratoid life forms from the planet
Orthopods?
Xenoarthropodal vertebrae, so
Dino.
Run them down!
They actually have spines. Okay.
Pretty much everything has a spine.
Invertebrates don't.
Yeah. What doesn't have a spine? Oh, I know what doesn't have a spine.
It says
Oh dear.
spines though, but it says xenoarthropodal vertebrae. Vertebrae?
Well, if they have a vertebra, then that means they have a spine. I think. I could be wrong.
I guess there's like some arthropod / primate / I have no idea. But
Okay.
what?
Wait, what happened?
You'll have to check the stream when it's finished. That was really hilarious. The gravity lift malfunctioned.
Oh.
And just all the brutes were standing in like a brute pyramid, and I just totally eradicated them all by just crashing into them, and it was most amusing.
It was most amusing for our vehicular homicidal General Lotz.
Yes, it was quite a lot of fun, actually.
Apparently, Barack Obama just made an admission about where he's been leaving.
I'm on my way.
Hey, what?
New traffic on the Covenant battle net.
I missed it because I heard the game.
He's being held on a Covenant
somebody
cruiser,
said Obama.
the Truth and Reconciliation.
That Obama
The
admits
ship I
that he's not
disabled
from the
before we
U.S.
abandoned the Autumn.
I don't know if I buy that.
The Truth and
Somebody
Reconciliation
says,
touched down on a plateau
Kenya?
roughly 300
Yeah,
kilometers up
that's
the
old news. Besides,
But,
doesn't matter
but
now
technically-
anyway. No, don't land on me,
Get aboard,
Echo
let's get out of
419.
here.
What are you doing?
Technically speaking, you can be a natural-born United States citizen if you were born in a military base in any other country or a U.S. territory. So,
Move out, Lieutenant.
Really?
And then we'll
maybe
need your help
Obama
on the
was
rescue.
born in a Kenyan U.S. military base. I don't know.
I don't know. He's not president anymore, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Halo Carmageddon edition, pretty much.
Yeah.
Alright, so with that, I've been going for 2 hours, 53 minutes. So we're going to call it a stream right here.
Yep.
So,
Do you mind if I do a little bit of selfless promotion?
oh, go ahead.
Sure. Go ahead.
So go check out Darth Chihuko's channel, because he has gameplay videos, getting started, doing good. So, in any event...
Hey, if you... Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, you do your outro, because I'm going to end it soon.
If you like basically anything sci-fi, or, you know, Star Wars, Transformers, yada yada yada, I'm starting to record gameplay of that. I'll probably do a face cam soon if I can get like a good webcam. And if I can get a decent microphone, if I can actually find the microphone piece that goes to my headset, because I took it off and now I can't find it.
Oh no.
But yeah, if you want to, go ahead and look at my channel. Peace.
Alright. And so, it's General Lotz wishing you good. SPv3, whatever makes you happy.